Good evening and welcome. I am Mark W. and it is Thursday night. Therefore, it is time for Mark W. Plays Old Games on a Thursday, also known as the Old Goat Stream. I see Stu is in the chat. He says 15 minutes late is considered an unexcused absence. Yeah, I am. It looks like 17 minutes late. Oh well, I guess I don't have an excuse. So hello to Stu and Eric Johnson and anybody else who might be watching. It tells me I have 2 viewers so far. It told me I had 3 before, and then as soon as I started, one of them jumped ship. I was like, oh my god, this guy's so ugly. I'm out of here. That's all I can suspect happened. But the theme of tonight is EPYX. I've been kind of doing this theme where I play games by Activision or by Imagic, etc., for different old school consoles or computers, and it was suggested by a couple of people to play games by EPYX. No, not not that kind. Not EPYX, the plural of the noun EPYX. It is spelled like this, EPYX. I know you know, Stu, but in case anybody might be confused out there, now they know. EPYX, yeah, they're a pretty top notch studio. What games did they put out? They put out yeah, I guess Automated Simulation. That's right. That might have been their old school name. Stu points out they were. Oh, you mean Automated Simulation? Yeah, I think their roots were in the 70s. There's so many game companies from the 70s, even in the world of board games. They would give themselves these super technical, dry, boring names like Strategic Operations in Technology Amusements. I just made that one up. Maybe there's an acronym there. Even I'm not really sure. Um, but yeah, EPYX, what are they known for on this platform that we're playing tonight, specifically Commodore 64? They're probably anytime I talk to anybody who has played Commodore 64 back when they were a kid, they will say summer games and winter games, and maybe they'll say world games or California games. Like not even in the context of EPYX, just in the context of Commodore 64, they will say, remember that game? Remember summer games? And that's probably the big ones for EPYX. But they also did, as Stu pointed out, Humpman. No, it's actually Jumpman. They did Jumpman Junior as well. And generally, not strictly speaking, but generally they were associated with pretty good quality. They put out the Apshai games. So I have Temple of Apshai trilogy, which I could play. Also Gateway to Apshai. They did put out, I guess, Hot Wheels. I don't remember Hot Wheels. Eric points out Hot Wheels. That's a game that I kind of also heard in a similar context. A friend of mine who I used to work with used to have Commodore 64, and when it came up in conversation one time, she was saying something like, "Oh, remember Hot Wheels?" And I was like, "Well, I never had that game actually," but she also loved Burger Time was a favorite of hers, which I never played on Commodore. I mostly played that on television. But yeah, I have a list of some games. GI Joe is pretty fun, and I was never really a GI Joe fan as far as the toys go. I watched the show occasionally. Didn't really get any GI Joe toys. I don't think I literally got any GI Joe toy ever in my life, honestly. So I'm probably unique in that being an '80s boy. Uh, I didn't have GI Joe. Um, I used to like the Legend of Black Silver, which is like a full-fledged Ultima style RPG, which you could call an epic. I played through that in its entirety. That's pretty good. I'm looking at my list now. Chip's Challenge was a late one from them, and that was ported to like every system known to man. Chip's Challenge. There's Impossible Mission, which is another one people have nostalgia for. You mentioned Commodore 64. They'll be like, hey, remember Impossible Mission with Stay a While, Stay Forever? That one comes up a lot. Pit Stop and Pit Stop 2. I never played those, but I've heard Pit Stop 2 was pretty good. Street Sport. They had this small series of games. I think I only made like 5 of them. Street Sports Baseball, Street Sports Basketball, maybe like 3 or 4 of them even. I used to have the baseball one, which was pretty fun, and that was like just a bunch of kids playing, uh, you know, super casual neighborhood sports, and but they had like different characters you could choose from, and they have different stats. Like this guy is I don't know, Lenny, and he's Lenny hits home runs, but he sucks defensively, things like that. And Stu says, "Excuse me, I need to make a pit stop." He also says, the most iconic EPYX games for C64, in my opinion, are Summer Game, Jumpman, Impossible Mission. There you go. Those are definitely iconic ones. There's also Impossible Mission 2, which nobody talks about. I don't know if that means it sucks. I never tried it. Maybe I'll try it tonight. Um, What did Eric Johnson say? He said the game Devon Air in the Hidden Diamond Caper looks interesting. Don't know if it's good. I never played that. I never even heard of that, which is interesting. You would think I would have heard of it. Some of the EPYX games they didn't develop, but they kind of bought the rights to and published it. For example, they did Death Sword. I think I have this straight. I might not entirely have it straight. Death Sword is a they changed the title of a game called Barbarian, which is kind of like a, Conan the Barbarian setting, but it's just like a one-on-one fighter. So that's Death Sword by EPYX. Also, they did I think World Karate Championship was a remake of, not a remake, but a rebranding of, I think, International Karate, something like that, or International Karate Plus, which is a game I didn't play back in the day, but a lot of people like. When I see it, it looks a lot like Way of the Exploding Fist, which I did have, which is not by EPYX. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling quite a bit here. Maybe we should get into something. I'm not going to pick any of the big iconic names yet. Let's get warmed up with something perhaps smaller. And something that I'm trying to decide if it's something that if I want to play something that I've played before or haven't played before, for starters. Maybe I'll start with some G.I. Joe. How about that? Now, G.I. Joe is pretty cool. I only had a not legit version. I'm not admitting to any illegal activities here. It just kind of fell off a truck into my lap. And I remember there's like 2 different modes to the G.I. Joe game. One is kind of like you're just the individual guys running around in like an urban scenario shooting at each other. And another one is like a big scrolling vehicle combat kind of mode. And I could never figure out the vehicle mode, only the individual guys fighting in the city kind of a mode. I don't think it was always a city. Anyway, why don't we fire it up? Usually I like to test my ROMs beforehand, but things have been hectic here in the W household. I'm lucky I found the time to do this tonight. But yeah, so they're untested. And, usually these ROMs work though, but sometimes you have to like try 1 or 2 or 3 of them. And, excuse me. Stu said there's also summer games too that nobody talks about. Yeah, that's true. I usually hear summer games. To me, they're both kind of like under the same umbrella. And I used to like playing summer games too, in which you play, including the Summer Games 1 events. You can combine them with Summer Games 2, which I always thought was really cool. Anyway, here we have some G.I. Joe action. They have some awesome music. I actually do like the music. It's the cracked version, yep. By Eaglesoft, they did a lot of cracking. Their name comes up a lot. What else? Stu says California Games too. I didn't know that existed. And he also mentions they republished Rogue. That's right. They might have been the don't quote me on this. They might have been the only or the first commercial. They put out the first commercial version of Rogue, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure, because the original might have been freeware. All right. I got this weird audio issue where the volume's like going up and down in my ears. It might be just because I'm on Bluetooth or something. But I'll try to get past that. And let's begin. Sorry, I'm adjusting volume a little bit. Then I'll begin. Alright, let's go. Yeah, so you pick like a scenario or something in the map. I think this determines if it's a vehicle combat or the little dudes running around that I mentioned. Okay. It's not working with the controller. This is a notorious thing in Commodore. Some games use joystick port 1, some use 2. If I switch to 2, it works. Alright, I don't remember what I want to pick. I feel like Africa is one of the vehicle combat ones. I mean, I could try the vehicle combat and I would just probably die, but maybe I'll actually figure it out. Oh, I think, you know what it is? It's the shape of these blips. I think these ones are the they're kind of more like, I guess, diamond shaped. I think that's the individual army dudes, and these kind of plus shaped ones might be the vehicle combat. Anyway, let's do this one. I think we're in Canada here. Cobra. Do 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 do. Moving my window around. This theme here. I don't play this game regularly, right? I probably haven't played this one in at least 30 years. games, there's some other retro games that come up from time to time for me. Like, you know, Mule or Archon or something, because I like those games quite deeply. But this theme right here will pop into my head like at a random time when I'm in the shower or something, and I'll start humming. I swear to God, it's so memorable to me. So I'm just gonna listen for a minute. And this is the Cobra theme. You have your, and it's kind of like a dark and minor key theme, as opposed to the G.I. Joe theme, which is very energetic and Go Joe. Anyway, let's go. So I'm choosing my enemy? Is that how it works? Or do they? Yeah, I guess I'm choosing. Oh, I just moved the joystick and it chose Major Blood. I guess we're doing the vehicles. Okay, so I had it backwards. Alright, I can choose between Ace, Stealer, or Clutch. And now I'm suddenly thinking of these, remember like the early 2000s, we had those, the early days of the internet, but before YouTube, there were those videos where someone did voiceovers of G.I. Joe PSAs. Like the one that goes, "Hey kid, I'm a computer," and all that stuff. Anyway, I'll be Stealer, the tank guy. And again, I like never figured out the vehicle comment. It was somehow weird. Yes, pork chop sandwiches! G.I. Joe. I selected Stealer. Stu says Stealer was the hick, I think. Well, as long as he can pilot a tank okay, he's a good hick in my book. There we go. Going to my doom because again, I could never figure out the vehicle comment. This was from 1985. So Stu says you can see this was based on the way early or very early G.I. Joe comics cartoons. I don't really know G.I. Joe that well, as I said, but, you know, since it was 85, it's probably omitting a lot of stuff. I just, for some reason, remember when Destro was new, and that... I don't know when that was, but for some reason it was like a big deal. They were talking about Destro in, like, the commercial and everything. So, yeah, this is your load screen. You wait for these vehicles to crawl out of the... Is Destro? Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a different guy, not Destro. I don't know who it is, then. Because Stu says Destro was in the first episode. I'm thinking of somebody else, but I can't recall. Anyway, here we are. Okay, I'm in my tank. If I press down, I go in reverse. Up is forward. Left and right. Alright, so the controls are basically what you would think offhand. So where am I going is the question. Am I looking for a fight? Am I looking for an objective? I'm going to go between these trees. That's a smart thing to do when you're in a tank. Try to, like, nimbly dart between trees. What are the things I pick up or mines that blow me up? Something's happening. I'm gonna guess those blow me up. I'm gonna put on my do not disturb because people are bothering me. It always seems to happen. Nobody bothers me all day and then I stream. Okay, do not disturb. Alright, I don't know. I'm tempted to touch one of those things to see what happens. Here's something. Oh, cool. It's like a radar or something. And do I touch it or shoot it? Let's try shooting it. What else am I going to do? Shoot it? Oh, I just died. I don't know what happened, but I died. Oh, it's shooting at me. Okay. I think I broke something. Yeah, I did something. Serpentor? Suggested that? I don't know. Oh well, I guess I'll never remember who was the new character. And new probably meant it was like 1987 or something. I don't know. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna keep wandering around. Maybe I'm supposed to like find and destroy all the targets. But they don't give you like a map or anything. Well, they give you something on the left. I'm assuming that's a fuel gauge. But I'm not really sure. Well, in that case, you would think it would say F and E, maybe. There's something. Oh! Jesus. I wish you had, like, a, finer degree of turning. Like, you could, turn just a few degrees. Yeah, I'm gonna get hit first. He has greater distance, greater range. Alright, I'm gonna get killed probably. Hey, I got it. Cool. Sweet. This might be the best I've ever done. I'm not really sure though. Is that Cobra Command or something? Can I shoot like shorter distance? Am I gonna hit like a mine here, or is that a rock? I don't know. Maybe I can't. Did I break it? The Cobra thing? It looks like it's damaged, perhaps. Somebody else is shooting at me still, though. It's shooting upward, actually. Hey, Ryan, how's it going? This is G.I. Joe, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, I'm breaking the Cobra headquarters or something. Let's kill this guy, because he's a jerk. Even though he doesn't know where he's aiming. Maybe I should spare his life, because he's really stupid. Clearly, he has some kind of disability. I shouldn't joke about it. Clearly, he's dumb. Let's just put it that way. Alright, I think I messed it up pretty good. But it's not, I don't know if that's the goal, to, like, destroy it fully, or did I destroy it fully? Is the top part still a little bit intact? Go, Joe! Yeah, it's really... I really wish they gave you, like, another, you know, division between the angles you can rotate. It's like, kind of frustrating. And I'm still damaging it, looks like. I guess that's all there is to that place. But it's not the end of the game, apparently. Oh! It's still doing stuff. It's still, like, moving. Like, the graphics are changing. But it's hard to see if it, like... I have to do more. It doesn't really make that clear. Wait a minute. That thing on the left, that gauge, is that like... Yeah, that might have to do with like reloading or something. I don't know, that's something weird about... Oh, I can hold down the button and make... Oh, I can probably adjust my distance maybe. If I hold down the button, if you look at that little gauge thing on the left, there are like two lines. When I hold down the button, the left half of the line goes down. If I just tap it, the right goes down, but... Huh. I don't know. Altitude, you think? Yeah, it could be. Could be altitude. I really want to, like, lob it or something. I don't know. Yo, Joe! That's true. Ryan, you got it wrong. Even though I knew that, and I didn't watch much G.I. Joe. Although, actually, I didn't really remember it until Stu said it just now. So I'm a plebeian too, I guess. Alright, so, yeah, this is a... I don't... let's put it this way, the one with the little dudes running around is much more fast-paced and fun than this. I mean, I guess it could be the kind of thing where you need the rulebook. Like, the rulebook might make it super clear what you're actually doing. I'm assuming I'm just shooting all those targets and trying not to get killed. But, you know, you wander around this scrolling map and without any clue about where you're really supposed to go. Oh, I just died. Oh, I'm back. Hopefully everything is still destroyed. Like, if I have to destroy the targets again, that would be horrifying. Not just horrible. I'm not sure what makes that sound. Is it supposed to be like rougher terrain or something? Or it seems like random. I guess when I go over the little dots, it's supposed to be rougher terrain or rocks or something. Oh, shoot, I didn't see that one. Oh, well, I was looking at the top one. I'm dead, I lost. And now I get to hear the song, the Cobra song that randomly plays in my head in the shower. Oh, look at this. Just kind of deserty, grim look at the Cobra headquarters. Cobra March. Yeah, that sounds like a good name for this tune. Cobra is victorious. Yeah, if I was a little more careful, I could probably beat that. Beware, G.I. Joe. Do, 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 do. Cobra shall rule the world because they destroyed one freaking tank. They're ruling the world now. I guess they're just boasting after one victorious battle. Now, if I recall, Duke is gonna wave a disc in my face and yell at me, "Turn the disc over!" Unless this hacked version doesn't have multiple discs or something. Yeah, I think they hacked it so that you don't need to swap discs, but it was kind of fun. It was a pretty detailed, good-looking picture of Duke just holding the disc, and he goes, "Turn the disc over." All right, so if I'm right about these diamonds being the vehicle combat, then these pluses would be the dudes running around. So let's do that somewhere near Arturo's house down here. Just testing if he's around so he can tell me how I'm way off. Like, no, that's the middle of Guatemala. I don't know. I'm not really sure. It's hard to see exactly. Oh yeah, this is when we're actually in a one-on-one battle in the middle of the Cobra headquarters. What's it called? Cobra Command? Or so these guys actually, these guys at the panels, they'll like press buttons and laser shoot at you and stuff like that. All right, so I apparently move a joystick in a direction or push a button and it just selects a guy that way. So I'm gonna press left now. That chose Storm Shadow. All right, now I can. Sorry, Zap reminded me of. Does anyone remember that Simpsons episode where Homer is kind of being homophobic, and Bart's hanging out with this guy, and he goes Zap. Anyway, all right, who should I pick, guys? What do you think? I mean, Cobra headquarters. I remember Snake Eyes is very fast, and I used to like him. Stalker was a great choice for a name, says Stu. I'm gonna be I don't know who I'm gonna be. He even looks like the guy from The Simpsons. Zap. Alright, I used to like Snake Eyes, so I'll try him. Everybody loves Snake Eyes, though. Stu said I'd be Roadblock, Gung Ho, Snake Eyes, or Duke. Roadblock is the guy who says, "Who wants a body massage? Mr. Body Massage Machine." Oh, we go. Turn the disc over. Turn the disc over. I used to love this so much. I still love it. Okay, how do I turn the disc over there? Shoot. Alright, I gotta find disc 2 now. I don't know what Duke's voice is like. Wasn't it like kind of just very generic or something? Like a generic hero kind of voice, male hero. And here I go browsing through all my images to find the right disc 2. I just loaded the first one here, so... Shoot. Side B is what I'm looking for. Okay, I see it in the name now. It's amazing how many like alternate versions there are for everything. Alright, side B, this should do it, I hope. Darn it, just go over. Okay, I pressed the button. Did that do it? Yeah, now he says, "Yo, Joe!" No, not David Duke. Uh-oh, did it lock up? Oh, shoot. I turned the wrong disc over. No, don't crash on me. Sure. It's like playing on an old Commodore for real. We're emulating the crashing capabilities. Well, I'm considering just restarting and playing one of those kinds of battles that I like. So let's just do that. And then if it crashes again or something, I'll give up. So let's go back to side A. And put on a warp speed mode. Here we are in ludicrous speed. And Stu says, I looked it up. First Sergeant Conrad S. Hauser. Interesting. All right, here we are back at the title screen. And we're going to choose one of these pluses. Hey, Andrew, how's it going? Andrew says, this game's technical notoriety is the animation and music during the disc load screen. That's true. Those are really good. All right, here we go. Now we're in Brazil, it looks like, I think. I'm going to try to bait Arturo again and say this is practically next door to him in Mexico. I'm practically on top of Arturo's house right now here in Brazil. All right, this time I'm gonna press. I did down before. Let's do up. Up makes you pick Firefly. Okay. And I'm gonna be my boy, Snake Eyes. Yo, Joe. Okay, now Duke's gonna yell at me to turn the disc over. Yeah, Roadblock is huge. Turn the disc over. Ryan says Roadblock looks scary. He's afraid of an 8-bit portrait of a large man. Alright, here we go. I don't know. I'm tempted to try an alternate side B, but I feel like I should match them. Maybe I didn't match them before. The first one says CRESI. Yeah, I think I did have the right one before, but it just crashed. Okay, so this is it. Here we go. He doesn't say yo Joe, he says yo Joe. 2 separate sentences with 2 exclamation points each. Yo Joe. Alright, if this works, I'll try Roadblock next time. Now, wasn't this thing that we're looking at the, what's it called, jeez, what's the name of G.I. Joe HQ, we'll call it. Wasn't that like a toy you could buy and it was like absolutely massive? And I think, going further down the nerd rabbit hole, I feel like the actor Dustin Diamond, who played Screech from Saved by the Bell, there were some pictures of him when he was a kid receiving like this massive G.I. Joe toy. I think it was this thing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Barbie. That's another vote for Barbie. Andy, I don't know if Andy's watching. He asked me to play Barbie too. So this robot thing, I forget how he works, but you can like, I think he chases the G.I. Joe character unless you hit him enough. Then he like malfunctions and goes after the other guy. Something like that. Since this combat is a little bit Archon-like with the reloading and the beeps to indicate that you're reloaded. But you cannot shoot up and down. I guess you can. I thought you couldn't. He just shot down at me. I thought I'd just try. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, you totally can. Oh! As you can see, we're both pretty low in life. You can see in the top left, but he's even lower than I am. Go away, robot, shoot. Yeah! Is he dead? Yeah, I beat him once. Okay, so I have to beat him, I think, 2 or 3 times. Oh. Yeah, take that, jerko. What's his name? Firefly? Beat you twice. Alright, I won. Oh, sorry, I missed out on a crucial tactic that Stu pointed out. Go into the phone booth and change to Superman. Let's see, let's look up a little bit. Andrew says, I knew someone who had that too, lucky. Eric said that astronaut isn't doing much. Metroplex? What is Metroplex? Oh, that was the headquarters? Is that what it's called? Sorry, I probably missed part of the convo here. Andrew said this is one of my games growing up that started failing to load. I think to have a recollection of mine messing up too, and I just kind of figured because it was a not legit copy or something. Could just be it's an unstable game. Yo, Joe! Whose official name was Jerko? The astronaut? Snake Eyes should be fighting Storm Shadow. That's what it would have been before if it didn't crash. Well, what do you have to say for yourself, Cobra dudes? This is a pretty good illustration right here. Obviously, it's very static. It's just an image, but... Curse you, G.I. Joe! You may have beaten us this time, but we are not finished yet. I have to say it slowly as the text scrolls, or I'll have to make abrupt stops in my speech. Cobra shall strike back. I mean, Cobra shall strike back. Stu said, I so wish I could be in the stream doing the voices. Yeah, you do good voices, and you probably actually remember how they sound. Because, you know, again, I wasn't really a huge G.I. Joe guy. Alright. I think I'll do one more of those people combat. And maybe that'll be it for this game. Here we go. Actually, I could pick this one, and I'll say, I'm practically by my house. Here in, what is it, one of the Carolinas? Andrew says, last I knew, the company that owns G.I. Joe streams the original cartoon on YouTube 24/7. Oh yeah, there's some companies like that, you know, they'll play some of their IP like 24/7. I've seen some, can't remember what specifically, actually. I was like at the tip of my tongue, but yeah. Anyway, I'm picking this one. Greenland is looking massive. I wonder if that has to do with the whole, you know, transposing a globe into a flat plane thing, where it's always going to be error prone. But this looks very skewed even for the usual kind of flat maps. Alright. That's right, you can keep playing until they're all in jail. I don't remember if you officially win at that point or what. But Firefly is in jail. That's apparently what happens when you shoot somebody a lot, they go to jail. I'm going to try pressing right. That chose Major Blood. Is that what I picked before, I guess? Alright, I'm going to pick Roadblock, the Mr. Body Massage Machine. Mr. Body Massage Machine, go! Again, I'm referencing the that weird Fencer film voiceover. Alright, Roadblock, let's do it. Body massage. Zap. The Discover for your country. Alright, this might be where it crashes. I guess if it crashes now, I'll just move on to the next game. But we'll see what happens. Yo, Joe! Stu says this turn the disc over is reminding me of the movie Monster game. What does it do in that game? It has something similar? I've only seen that game watching you stream it, Stu. And we had that funny moment where my in-laws' conversation with my wife, there was a sudden lull in the conversation, and I was in the other room with my laptop watching Stu stream, and he had like the Marshmallow Man or something. Or like an imitation Marshmallow Man in this movie Monster game. And he starts humping the building and going, oh yeah, baby, oh. Suddenly my in-laws are all looking at me. Oh yeah. Oh shoot, I'm in the game. Yeah, oh yeah, Roadblock is slow as molasses. Look at it. This is why I always like, Jesus. I always like Snake Eyes. Speed is huge. Oh yeah, Roadblock has no speed. I can only assume he like takes a lot of damage or dishes out a lot of damage. And as you can see, just being lined up with those consoles makes those lasers make you susceptible to those lasers. Oh, look, he got shot by them. I guess he can get killed by them too. Those guys at the consoles aren't really protecting their guy. They're just kind of shooting randomly. Ah, I thought I shot up, but it didn't go. Not really having good luck shooting when I want. I guess I have to hold it for a moment for this guy for some reason. Oh, got him. Actually, you can see my life bar is very high. Maybe that's because I'm Roadblock. I like the way I nod my head while I'm walking. Mr. Body Massage Machine. Mr. Body Massage Machine. Who wants a body massage? Yeah, you can't just tap the button to fire. You really have... Oh, I forgot you can shoot through that. I saw it before and took note, but then I guess I just forgot in the moment. It's not very intuitive. I bet if I can just somehow keep him over by these consoles with the snake lasers, I could win that way. He'll just keep getting shot. I'm not really sure if I can lure him in any effective manner to any location, though. Like a specific location. I should just like be able to tackle him and start pounding on him, just punch him in the face. I'm so much bigger, right? I'm a freaking roadblock after all. We're both aiming at each other and quickly running away. Again. I can't really read the chat too well, but I just glanced to my left and saw Ryan's comment asking if Roadblock is nude, just wearing a vest. Yeah, he's dead. Alright. That's the first time. Ah! They lined me up with the consoles immediately, so I have to run out of the way. Lest the snake lasers get me. Can I just do this? I was wondering if you could hold down the button and it would shoot as soon as it reloads. It does not work that way. Ah. I've heard some people describe this game as it's like playing with the toys. And that was like the feeling they got when they used to play this game a lot. I don't remember where I heard that. It might have been like a YouTube review or something. Boop. Man. Yeah. I'm just a coward hiding behind this thingy, this refrigerator, computer, whatever it is. I think it's a computer. Maybe it's a vending machine. They have Cobra Cola. Yeah! Their laser finished him off. I won because their stupid laser. The guy at the console was like, oh shit, I just screwed up. I just killed our guy. And now Duke says, turn the disc over. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Is this Star Trek? Oh, a lot of stuff going back. Imagine working at those computers with lasers flying over your head, says Eric. I'll have to skim some of this. The registry number of what Eric said? Oh, it says NCC 1701. It's a Star Trek reference? Oh, okay, cool. Strategically placed holster, says Andrew. R2-D2 in the foreground. Andrew says, anybody know if the Cobra music, the very Slavic sounding song, is from the show? That's a good question. And that is the song that I think that's the one that you're talking about. That's the one that I mentioned, like, plays in my head randomly. Yeah, I would be interested in knowing if that is original for this game or what. And Eric says, looks like a handcuff vending machine. Yeah, they're into that at Cobra HQ. You never know when you might need to, Why isn't this working? Did I... In my distraction of talking, did I put in the wrong disc? I have B right now. Let's try it again, and then I'll try A if it doesn't work. Alright, I'm gonna try A. This one. Or is it just locked up now? I think it's just locked up now. I tried both A and B and it won't do anything. There we go, it worked. Okay. I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. You know, I actually had a. Oh, if Andy's here, I used to work with Andy at the time, and there were a lot of people in our company IRC, which was our chat system at the time. I think we eventually used HipChat and then Slack. But there were a lot of people who would say, like, help computer if they needed help with something. They would just type help computer in the company Slack. Now I'm an old man. Joe, you may have beaten us this time, but we are not finished yet. Oh, we heard you before. Skip it. All right. Well, I'm tempted to try the vehicle thing one more time because I feel like I could maybe pull it off if I try it again. On the other hand, maybe I should move on to another game if we're going to play more than just G.I. Joe tonight. Maybe I'll do. Well, let me know what you guys think. Should I move on or play the vehicle combat again? Or I could even do the hand-to-hand combat thing again. All right. Move on, says Ryan. Yeah, okay, I think it's a good time to move on. We got a good taste of the game. We got to beat Cobra twice, and we lost to them once. And yeah, it was fun. Totally Soviet Russia. Yeah, I think that's, you know, obviously during the 80s in the Cold War, that was the evil empire to us in the U.S. So it makes sense to try to conjure up that image, I guess. All right. Next, I'm going to load up a game that was one of my favorites. Not one of my favorites. It was top 20-ish, let's say, for Atari 8-bit. But I'm playing the Commodore version now. This game is Gateway to Apshai. And I can't think of how to load it for some reason. I actually had the cartridge for Atari. I was already in G. This game is pretty cool. It's almost like a roguelike, except I don't think the levels are procedurally generated, and it's action oriented. So maybe a very, very tiny bit like something like Diablo. That's probably a bit of a stretch to compare to that, to be honest. But something roughly like that, perhaps. Sorry, I messed up here. I'm doing things wrong. Temple of Apshai is the first game that's... Yeah, I also have the Temple of Apshai trilogy. I know that, which is it's the real Apshai game. This is like a special, different one. It's like real time and pretty neat. Oh yeah, that's right. The Apshai is a remake of the first three. Yeah, and it's combined into one neat package. All right. Yeah, this does use the keyboard, so I'm gonna have to get used to the keys. But this is a game I played a lot of on Atari, actually. And so this one looks a little different to me offhand. And we have this dude here. This is the That's right. They spelled it wrong. What the hell? Not Apshai. They put Apshai. Wow, that's crazy. But this guy, they called him the Thinker. And he's that classic. I don't know who made Rodin or something. The Thinker, except he's holding a joystick. I think it's like a variant of that. All right, so let's get going. Your characteristics. You got your strength, agility, luck, health, and lives. And this game, you know, even though it might seem at first glance like an RPG, it's pretty fast paced, and I don't think I'm going to last that long. Your equipment is dagger and leather armor. So I started a hard dungeon too, but it said selected dungeon, and I thought I was supposed to type 1 or something, but then it didn't really let me. I'm not sure what just happened. All right. Okay, short sword. Do I have to equip that? I don't recall yet. Okay, I'm pressing F3, and then it said short sword at the top. I think I just equipped it. Wait, but I can't attack with it. Shoot. F1, F2, F3. Okay, here we go. F5 cycles through different things you can do. Check weapons. You have... Okay, it looks like I tossed the dagger, and I'm using a short sword now. Next level, you can... That's right, you can kind of skip to the next level. Keys. To unlock doors. Locate trap. You just do this while you're walking, and you can search for traps. Search spell. Searches for something. I don't recall what. I guess items. Check supplies. Check weapons, next level. Okay, but there's a certain button that'll get you into fight mode, I think. I just don't remember how you do that. There you go. F7 is fight. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's a swamp rat already hurting me. Ah. Oh, shoot. I'm getting killed here. Here we go. Got him. I just had to get him, like, kind of lined up right. There's a bat. Silver necklace. This is just a random treasure you find that gives you points. Sometimes they have traps on them, and you take damage. Yeah, search spells for secret doors. That's right. Now I remember. It came back to me as soon as I saw like a little dead end. I'm concerned that I just hit a trap. Pit trap, and it got a jeweled scepter. I'm actually concerned about the location of F7 because I have a split keyboard. My left half of the keyboard is like over here. I don't know if you can see my hand right now. I can't show you my desk. But left is here and the right is here. And I'm holding my joystick in the middle. It's easy for me to have my like kind of left hand ready to hit the F key, but F7 is on the other part. So I might be like in the moment trying to toggle fight mode and then just kind of mess up. But hold on, how am I? Yeah, I thought I had figured out the F5 would let me toggle the other modes though, like keys and all that. But now it's not working suddenly. You can only use fight. What did I do? Oh, it's trying to taunt me. I was like, oh, it's like, well, you said it's going to be hard to press F7. Well, how about I lock you out of pressing F5? I have no idea what's happening. I just can't do it. All right. I guess I'm not going through that door. You have to put on your keys to open it. But that's probably my only option right now. Eric says the bat looks like the bats from Jumpman. Oh, yeah, that's true. It does. F5, please work. Okay. I think I'm stuck, unfortunately. Is there a way to am I like stuck in some kind of mode and I have to... Well, that's a shame. I'll try resetting the game. It's a soft reset, I guess. It's not like I got very far. And soft reset didn't quite work how I was hoping. Do 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 do. Oh, you know what? I have my shift lock on. That's probably what it is. And that corresponds to caps lock these days. Okay, that's probably what it was. I can see in my emulator status, which is at the bottom. I'll move up a little bit. You can see that right now it's turned off, but if I press caps lock again, okay, now it won't even do that. The thing is just taunting me tonight. But basically what happened was now it's red. It took a long time to actually respond. Okay, now it's toggling. All right, so it's off, and that should be good. I think that was probably the problem. To turn the disc over. All right, let's go. Dagger and leather armor, dungeon 1. Come on. Ryan says he looks like he's flipping out a tape measure. All right, yeah, you can see this is where my analogy to a roguelike is a little bit off because it's actually fixed levels. I'm trying to remember how here we go, check weapons? No. What did I do before to put it on? Oh, you press F3 and short sword. Okay. Now I have short sword enabled. No, that's not the one. Check weapons. Yeah, short sword and leather armor. Cool. Let's press F7 to fight. All right, I'm going to fight you, rat. Did anyone, when they were a kid, if you're like around the same age as me, did you ever like just have cassette recorder going, and you and your friends or your siblings would just say stupid things. Then you would play it back and laugh. There was one such tape like that. I think some neighbor friends were over. They were basically friends with my brother. And I was playing this game in the background while they were bantering. You could just hear me yelling random things about the game, like I was slain by a giant. And for some reason we found that really funny back in the day to play that back. You can see that the pit trap was there. I should have known. It doesn't change from game to game apparently. But now I can use the keys. Hooray! And Stu said we used to beat up the kids who did that with cassette recorder. Okay, Stu. Stu would roam around town on his bike. Hey, you're using a cassette recorder. Get over here. Keys. Switch to fight. Eric says, I had one of those mini tape recorders and did that a lot. Cool. Another pit trap. How do I see my life? Oh, a garter snake. I wish you could go diagonal in this game. You cannot go diagonal. Only up, down, left, right. A lead necklace is worth nothing. Andrew says, I totally have a tape like that. I plan on transferring it to MP3 and sharing it with my old buddy on Facebook. Lots of TMNT references. That's cool. I got arrows. I think I need a bow to use them, though. And Stu says, true story, I bought some old cassette tapes recently, and there was an audio recording of a phone call where some guy was talking to a relative about his role in some litigation or something. Okay, that's interesting. Another short sword. Stu says, who do you think would win in a fight? This guy or the guy from Dungeons and Dragons on television? Well, the guy from Dungeons and Dragons can shoot. Apparently this guy can too, but he has to gather a bow first. Come on, don't lead me into this. This actually might be the end of the level because you don't actually find an exit, I don't think. You just hit the next level feature, like in this menu here, when you've explored everything. I think that's how it works. But you can find secret doors sometimes. The intelligent guy is more nimble too. He can move. I think he can move 16 directions even, because the intelligent controller does support that. I guess I'm gonna go to the next level. I don't know. I can probably backtrack and search all the way along as I go, but I'm not gonna. Next level. You've earned a bonus, higher agility. Yeah, he has sonar, exactly. He's like doing echolocation stuff, like a bat. Carrying arrows and short sword. Wait, do I still have the leather armor? Oh yeah, I guess what you're carrying is separate from your equipment. Yeah. All right. Level 2. And notice that it says which dungeon I want to pick on level 2. Right? I think there's like a lot of, I guess, dungeons in this game. So I think for every level, there's several dungeons. So several options per level. I wonder how many levels there are if you count all of them like that. Or how many dungeons there are. Should we try searching right here with our sonar? Wait, F7. There we go. Ah, I'm ready to fight you. Wherever you might be. Ah, stone trap. So, I should probably use the locate trap more often. But you also have to be ready to fight as soon as you enter a room. I got a scroll. It is confuse spell. How do you use that? I guess you jeez. F3. Oh yeah, F3 is to cycle through all your items. Okay. So confuse spell would be F3. All right, all right. Speaking of confusing, it's kind of hard to do that in the midst of real-time combat and stuff like that. Oh. Now on the Atari, you would hit those buttons like they had along the right side, like select, option, probably start as well. But here it's F3, F5, F7. All right, Ryan is out. Thank you for joining, Ryan. See you later. And Andrew says, consider an alternate metaverse where this game became more popular than Zelda. Wow. And there were like multiple sequels and everything, and it got more advanced as more sequels came out. Okay. Okay, trap. Yeah. There were multiple sequels to this? I'm not talking about Temple of Apshai, but Temple of Apshai plays completely different from this game. In my view, anyway. Mostly because it's about real-time versus turn-based. And you can just like jump levels anytime you want in this game. It just has a very different feel to it. Alright, I got a small shield. So I have to put that on and kill the bat. Let's try secret door search here. Man, I keep thinking, there's gotta be a secret door there. But no. Maybe here? Oh, there's a trap right there. How do I avoid it? I'm like on top of it. I'm afraid like any way I move is gonna hit it. Probably up would hit it though, right? So I'm gonna try going down. Ah, I died. It looked like I was slightly under it, so I figured my best bet is probably going down. Oh well. Now there was a stone trap spell like right in the middle when I crossed the threshold here to open the next area. And yet it doesn't get located. Huh. There's a shirt. I could use a t-shirt. Chain armor with a pit trap on it, of course. Alright, let's put on the armor. Chain armor. That's got to be an upgrade. Iron plaque. Need keys, actually. I'm not really enjoying these layouts too much right now. Like, oh, come on, you made me walk through there. And just like nothing. Andrew, sorry, Eric says I just read plaque and thought you had tooth issues. Silver plaque. I guess I'm just finding these random plaques, like, you know, this is somebody's certification for swimming. The plaque they hang on the wall. An A+ in math. Plaque for that. All right, I'm gonna move to the next level because this level's boring me. Hopefully it's not the whole game that's boring me. We'll see. At least I got some chainmail and I got higher agility once again. Trigger to go on. I got a healing salve, that's good. Short sword, chain armor. Oh, I picked one again. I can pick let's pick a different one. Let's pick 3 to get crazy. Just randomly picking dungeon 3. Hello. Trap. Now, how do I gotta check. I guess if I can cycle through here, I should see my life. Yeah, health 7. What is my max? I think 10 was it? So the stone trap does 3-ish damage. Maybe 4 or something. I think 3. It's gonna have a trap, you know. Nope. A lead crown. Oh, great. That's what I want on my head. A heavy piece of lead. Okay, come on. This can't be it. Ah! We found a secret door. I break out my key ring that has a lock to every door in every dungeon. Uh-oh. Spider. There's one really fast spider, if I recall correctly. The real pain to deal with. Actually, I might be thinking of the snakes. It's like a mamba snake. Well, there's definitely multiple spiders and rats and everything, and they get harder as you go deeper. Here's a ghoul. Hello, ghoul. Very slow. Oh, just got hit by the very slow thing. Takes a lot of hits, though. Christ. Can I not kill it? Am I just not strong enough? Could run away. I don't remember ghouls having, like, any kind of immunity or what have you, so I don't I guess I just don't remember, like, stabbing them all day. I remember there's a gray version of them. It's actually an ogre. You would think it would be another kind of undead creature, but it's an ogre. They come later on, I guess. Alright, shoot, should I just try to run away then? Let me give him a few more stabs in the face. Come here, ghoul. Unfortunately, I let him over here now, so he's probably gonna follow me. Come on, this is stupid. Do I need an arrow, or... Can I fire the arrow without a bow? Let's try it. I think I cannot. Back to the short sword. Fight. Ah! Okay. So that's not ideal. I should have left him over there. To the left. Alright, I'll just go. Oh. Guess I should search to the right there. If there's nothing there, I'll just move to the next level. Aha! Cave rat. A large shield. That sounds better than a small one. Oh, shoot. Okay, how's my health? It's probably pretty low. Oh, wait. Gotta get used to these keys. I have 6 health. Alright, I'm not that bad. You might heal over time a little bit. That one has a trap. I guess I'll get all the other ones. Get that. It's just treasure, which gives you points. So it's probably valuable, like a jeweled crown or whatever, but it costs you life. Get away from me, ghoul. Eric says, combat reminds me of spy versus spy sword fighting. Huh. Did not think of that. Swamp rat. Found a cave rat and a swamp rat. So am I in the caves or the swamp? Oh, teleport trap. Shoot. An ogre. See, I told you it was an ogre who looks just like the ghoul, except he was gray. I got a luck charm and a pit trap. So I'm probably pretty beat up now, I guess. Still at health 6. I must have healed a little bit again. Is it worth using a luck charm? Is that like a permanent booster or what? I guess I'll try it. My luck is 3. Let's try the luck charm. Now my luck is 7. Wow, is that permanent? I don't remember. Alright, let's see if I can fight this ogre effectively. Or is it going to be like the ghoul fight? He doesn't want to fight. Look at that. Oh, yes he does. I taunted him. Ah, a ghoul and an ogre. Oh my god, these guys just don't die. Oh, you've been slain. My luck is still 7. to go to the next level, although I'm probably woefully unprepared. I just don't think I'm gonna... I just don't feel like exploring the same thing again. But yeah, I'm probably gonna die soon, I guess. Picked 3 again, because that was default from before. Freeze trap. Well, at least nobody's on the screen to kill me. It freezes you for maybe 10-ish seconds, I guess. That's enough to kill you. Using my sonar bat powers. Yeah, a slime. Have at thee. I think there's a fungus that uses the same sprite. Slime, fungus. Like, as soon as I see one of these creatures, I start thinking of the other ones that use the same sprite. Like, when I saw the ghoul, or the ogre, I just apparently am not strong enough to kill, like, anything. Except rats and stuff. So I probably shouldn't have advanced this fast, honestly. But I need a better weapon, I assume, or better strength. Or both. Silver crown. I guess you have to be good at cycling through these options fast and accurately. Well, what do you guys think I should play next, by the way? Let me know in the chat what you think. I could play one of the games, like summer games or winter games. I could play Impossible Mission, which I'm terrible at, honestly. There's a trap. Poison Spider. Andrew says Jumpman. Hey, I'm always down for Jumpman. Actually, I've played that, I think on 2 or 3 different streams within the past few months, but it was the DOS version. I was playing Jumpman Lives during one of my DOS shareware streams. Those games are always fun. This Poison Spider is also proving to be difficult. I cannot finish off these monsters. And I'm getting hurt in the process, which is not great. So this poison spider, the last spider I could beat, but this one presumably he's the same, except he's got poison, and yet I cannot kill him. It just takes too much damage. It's defensive poison. Oh the hell on, jeez. Oh. Christ. Alright, cool, an asp. You would think I would will it, like, even if I'm doing 1 hit point at a time and it has, say, like, 20? Is that how it works, or am I just doing 0 damage? And if I am doing 0 damage, it would be nice if it gave me some feedback to indicate as much, like some kind of a, I'm just not hurting it. But I don't know what's happening. It's giving me the bright green flash, like, hey, you got a strike in. And now I'm dead. Alright. I guess I was really supposed to just get stronger. Get good by now. And skipping levels early was not working in my favor. Did I ever put on the large shield? I did not. I don't think. Here it is. Now it's on. It's not going to help me offensively, but presumably I'll be better protected. There's a poison spider again. Should I even bother? I mean, We'll just try to run past it. Ah, that's a regular spider. At least I can handle that. I don't know if I can handle both at once, though. That's the thing. Ah, jeez. Go away, poison spider. I'm just trying to kill your less poison brother here. Now, poison isn't like venom the kind of like, you know, the right word to use for something that like, you know, a creature bites you and it affects you with a special chemical. That's venom, right? Isn't poison like something you eat or drink? So am I eating the spider in that case? Is that why? That way I can't kill it because I'm eating its poison. I can't kill the regular. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say I can't kill the regular one even anymore either, and I was thinking maybe that means I'm somehow broken, but I can. Okay, I'm gonna use the healing salve because I have it there. I got a bronze crown. I'm losing viewers because I guess this is getting boring. Ah. 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 Okay, I need to find a good weapon like right now. I'll hit him with the slime. Throw the slime at him. Oh, mummy. That's just what I needed. Got a helm. Oh, teleport trap. Let's put on the helm on here. Oh, just skip helm. There they are. Let's try the confuse spell. That should be fun. Confuse. Okay, I guess they're confused. I'm pretty confused. Stone trap, great. Iron chalice. More arrows for my non-bow. Okay, teleport trap. No traps here. Iron chest. Silver plaque. Paralyzed spell, interesting. And a poison spider again. Is that the same one from before? Oh, now we got two. You've been slain. Alright, I think I gotta give it up there. Yeah, I wasn't quite digging it there because this time because I don't know. I guess again I just advanced too quickly. I couldn't kill anything practically. But I definitely have a lot of great memories of playing this on Atari and doing well with it and getting a lot farther than that. But no such luck tonight. All right, so let's move on to the next game that was suggested, which was Jumpman. Let's give it a hard reset. Jumpman. Or we could play Jabko Hada. What is that? Jack Nicklaus Championship Golf. No, we're not playing that. We're playing Jumpman. By EPYX. Yes. Some of them say 1984, which is interesting. Or 86 even. Huh. That could be when the hacker group cracked it. Imagine if the game's pixels for the whole game were this big. Well, should we play some Mule? No, I'm just kidding. That's the wrong company. I could play Andrew's version of Mule. I don't know if you guys noticed. I like to call him out once in a while. Andrew here has a very accurate remake of the original Mule that he made, as far as I know, single-handedly, and he added online support. So So he calls it Mule Online. Go buy his game if you haven't already. If you like Mule at all, you can play it online, just like any other modern kind of PC game that has online support. Anyway, this is going slow. Let's go into warp speed mode. EPYX. And yeah, to find the Mule Online, you could probably just Google, but I think you have it on itch.io, right? Let's see if we can find it. Mule Online. Yeah, I'll paste the link in the chat. All right, this is a pretty entertaining little intro. Mule Online is the original game Mule remade by Mr. Andrew here. It's officially licensed. I don't know the details of what he had to do to make that happen, but everything's on the up and up is my understanding. And he just added online support essentially. And there's a Discord server where he gathers ideas and feedback and stuff. I don't know if he plans on adding a lot of extras, but he might, I guess. Oh, here I get your point. You're saying we can't talk about Mule not by EPYX. Sure, fair enough. Nah, we can talk about anything. We can't play Mule. All right, let's play some Jumpman. Press return. It was interesting in the early days of computers, of home computers. Some keyboards would say enter, and some would say return. But I think basically, since PC clones took over, IBM PC clones took over, enter became the more dominant one. But actually, if you look at say a MacBook Pro keyboard, it'll say return. Apple went the way of return still. They're still stubbornly refusing to adopt enter. Anyway, yeah. So this is what this means here. It doesn't necessarily mean difficulty per se. It's just that the game has a certain number of levels. Is it 24? I don't know. Maybe it's more than that. I know Space Taxi has 24. This is like the first third of them. This is the second third. This is the third third. And Grand Loop is all of them together. And Randomizer is all of them together, but in random order. I usually like to just go with Grand Loop, even though I don't usually get that far into it. Or I do Randomizer if I'm feeling very silly. I'll go with Grand Loop. Number of players 1. Easy does it. Carriage return, line feed. All right. Good old Jumpman. Hey, can't you adjust the speed? I feel like you press a number key, but you like do that mid-game even? I feel like you can. Maybe not. I just tried it. Jumpman can have kind of frustrating physics if you're not used to it. Get used to it, it's not that bad. But it's like, oh, I see it says run speed 4 on the bottom right. But like you can't even like drop a half inch or you die and things like that. Oh, Eric says hold the number after you die before your new guy appears. Oh, okay, that's cool to know. This is actually kind of fine. It feels like a little bit on the slow side, but I could probably use the extra reaction time, to be honest. Especially when that stuff happens, like this. Bullet's about to kill me. Or not. Oh no, that wasn't fair. Well, I died on the first level. That's real good. Let me try changing it for the heck of it. I'm holding down 5. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it worked. Look at that. Run speed 5. Cool. So I made it slower. 1 is the fastest. Yeah, I gotta go back to 4. Maybe even 3 after this. Ah. I find it slightly awkward to control with this joystick than when I was playing the DOS version with the keyboard. Let's do 3. I'm holding down 3. Will that work between levels? Holding 3, holding 3. It did not change it. Okay. I guess it's literally only when you die. Alright, we got the robots. Every time you hit a bomb, they move to a pre-designated location according to which bomb you press. And I guess the game tries to, you know, the designers tried to make it so they would kind of give you trouble given what you just pressed and what you just grabbed. But they're not that tough to deal with usually. Famous last words. I used to have this down pretty well that I would just kind of rush through it. But I don't want to get too cocky here. Hopefully they don't trap me here. I'm assuming they're gonna, unless I tried to move up, but again, I'd be better with the keyboard. Can I just use the keyboard? Will it let me? Probably could configure it, but it might not be configured at the moment to do so, yeah. I should have changed the speed, but I was too upset with my death that I didn't think of it. I thought he was going to go up the ladder. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, now I'll hold down 3. Alright, we're on 3. Woohoo! Oh, this is pretty fast. This is actually good. It's a good speed. It's it might be a little harder than say 4, but it feels good. I feel like I'm not like painfully waiting for my guy to run across a platform. And Andrew says, pretty sure Jumpman had a solo dev. Good speech by him online about it too. That's cool. I think I heard about that, but I didn't actually watch it yet. Bombs away. At least you get a Cheerio on the way down, says Eric. Yeah. Catching Cheerios on the way down is the way to go. Honestly, I think the most satisfying accomplish something while dying thing is in, what's the name of that game for Atari? Blazing Lasers or something? Or Laser Blast? I think it's Laser Blast. So one of the guys on the ground shoots you, and you, as you're falling down, you could kamikaze them, sort of. I find that to be very satisfying. And some other game should incorporate a mechanic kind of like that. But yeah, this game is kind of satisfying if you accidentally catch a bomb on the way down, too. Or a Cheerio, as Eric calls them. Andrew said this game is greater than Donkey Kong. Fight me. Oh. Well, I like them both. They're kind of... Donkey Kong feels less wonky in both good and bad ways. Less wacky, less like the physics are screwing. I really have to go up the top of that rope. Part of the appeal of Donkey Kong is the arcade setting in which you find it, and you can compete for a high score. Like how Will Wheaton beat me in Donkey Kong on the cruise I was on. Jumping blocks. This one is like, the bullets are these larger blocks, and they just make you jump instead of die. And last time I played this, Stu kept saying the collision detection was being too nice to me. Why am I not dying? Because he thought these are supposed to kill you. But yeah, they can indirectly kill you, because they can make you jump in a random direction off the edge of a platform to your doom, like is about to happen. No, I survived it. Okay. That's close. I don't really have a Will Wheaton story. It's my suspicion. I was on a cruise this past March called... people call it like a nerd cruise. It's called the Joko Cruise. It was run by this musician named Jonathan Colton, who plays like, I don't know how you describe his music. It's like nerdy folk music or something. And I don't know, he kind of gathered this big following and started doing this cruise every year. And it became like a big board gaming event at the same time and everything. And they had like arcade games. So one of my goals for the whole cruise was to get the top score in Joust. And I managed to do that. There was a lot of competition in Joust, so I was proud of myself. But in Donkey Kong, I only got second place. and number 1 was somebody who entered in his name was W-I-L. And it just so happened that Will Wheaton was one of the celebrity guests on the cruise. So I was wondering if I was actually beaten by Will Wheaton at Donkey Kong. But I don't have any way to confirm that. And Donkey Kong, there wasn't really much of a serious competition as there was in Joust. It was just like a couple people randomly played. It didn't seem as popular for some reason. Which is kind of funny because you think Donkey Kong would be more well known than Joust. But and what's this level? The vampires, yes. It's fun to say that, you know, I was in an intense Donkey Kong competition with Will Wheaton, but I don't think it was quite like that. And I don't even know if that was him. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm just having trouble like moving the direction that I want all the time. It's kind of funny. This came up in Andrew here's Discord where somebody was complaining about this controller not being very good. And I said, I don't know, Andrew. I don't think I complain about that controller when I use it on my stream. Do you hear me complain about like it not accepting my inputs right or something? But maybe now the story has changed. Actually, I think it's just in general. Sometimes 8-way controllers, I will accidentally, you know, move left when I want to go up, and then I get mad. Like, watch me play Pac-Man with a controller like this. I'm gonna be like, oh crap, I wanted to go left. What the hell? Anyway, Jumpman is such a silly and cool game. I feel like Jumpman Jr. wasn't quite as bonkers off the wall as this one was. Like more restrained, sort of. This game is like, well, now on this level, you actually throw lances at dragons for some reason, and you can't jump. This is actually a perfect example. Invasion. You can't, I think you can't jump, you can only shoot. Thanks, Stu. Stu says you're way better at this game. I felt like I was doing terribly because I kept dying on these early levels. But I played this a lot in my youth, I suppose. All you have to do is get this bomb, but if you want to gather points, you can take pot shots at these aliens. Let's get the bomb, I guess. The EPYX bat, yeah. The vampires, yeah. I never thought of that. They reused that bat until Eric mentioned it earlier. I just didn't think of it. These levels, no, this might not be the one I hate. There's one that's called like, I don't know what's it called. Not Grand Puzzle, but it's called I can't remember. But you have to get all the bombs in the right order, or the level like rearranges in a way that's impossible to beat, and I hate those ones. I don't think it's called Figure It or Figure It's Revenge or something like that. Grand Puzzle is just you get a bunch of ladder pieces. At least this Grand Puzzle. There might be a harder Grand Puzzle later. I don't know. Yeah, Figure It. Ugh. If I get to Figure It, I might look up a spoiler. Like a walkthrough or something. Just such a pain. Did I want to do that? Was that a bad idea? I guess the ladder built up high enough that it shouldn't matter. Like George Costanza. Should I have not done that? My bonus is running out, meaning I'm going to get no bonus points because I took too long. And yet you think how... I guess I hesitated at first, but at the same time, it's like, how can you really do this that much faster than I am doing it? That didn't give me a ladder piece, did it? That's a good point, Eric. Eric says, my guess it's mirrored, so if you make a mistake, you can avoid it on the other side. Yeah, that's pretty nice of them. Pretty clever design, too, I guess. but I just have to jump back at the oh, that's right, it ends. It's weird. Some of these bombs just end the level. I forgot about that. You get a special bonus. Or to get the top 4 before the one below. Oh, I don't know. Builder. What's this one again? Stuck. Stuck again. Shoot. Ah. Oh, I almost caught one on the way down. But no. I guess I gotta go down the central rope. As soon as these bullets clear. Okay, they cleared. Because I reappeared right there. Gotta trigger these things. Yeah. Oh, didn't trigger the leftmost bullet for some reason. It looks like all of these bombs trigger things being added to the level rather than taken away, which is nice. I don't have to stress over, am I going to make a pit appear from underneath me? You have to stress about bullets, though. Ah! Oh my god! Get the hell out of here. Jesus Christ. Oh no. I'm doing this in the wrong order. I gotta do that. Ah! Oh shit. Alright, we got this. That's it, that's it. Okay. Is Ultimate Wizard EPYX? Asked Andrew. I don't think it is. But it's such a similar game. You'd think it would be. Look out below. Which one is this? The thing, there's like rocks falling from the top, I think, in this one. No, this is not the one I was thinking. Okay, the platforms fall on your head. Great. Much better. Ugh. Should have known. I was thinking it's gonna fall in front of me. So I guess they don't. It's pre-programmed one side or the other. They don't know which way you're gonna approach it from. I guess. Well, I guess it's more obvious you would come from the left here, and backtrack right after that. All right. Wonder if the general safest bet is to not move. So much for that theory. Maybe the general best bet is to keep running the way you were going. But again, in some cases, you can come from either direction, so who knows what it does. But maybe it's not fixed in the way it falls. Maybe it always, like, programmatically goes, varies depending on how you approach it. I'm probably overthinking this by far. I don't know, just trying to think of what I can do to improve my odds here. I'm going to run to the right. Okay. Run to the left. Yeah, that's probably it, Eric. Eric said each one is probably fixed but designed to trick you. Yeah, that seems to make sense. I don't want to have to worry about the bullets at the same time as the platform, so... do we want to just get this and stand there? Nope. I just don't have fast enough reaction time. I think that might be my last life, unfortunately. Do I have 0? No, no 0. Jumpman doesn't give you 0. It gives you a lot of lives, though, like 7 or something to start. I was hoping I could do better than that. You know what? I do want to play this a little more, but I don't want to replay the levels. Look, there's my name at number 1. But what I might do is play randomizer a bit. Just play some random levels. Did I play this version recently? I feel like I might have. I definitely played it before. You can see my initials. And I remember complaining, like, why can't you just type your name? It's making you scroll through it with the joystick. Anyway, let's give randomizer a try. Yeah, that's right. Eric says Cheerios were left over, therefore the world exploded. Makes total sense. All right, let's do randomizer. It always starts with robots too when you pick randomizer. And it might even be the case that the second level is fixed. I don't remember. But then after that, it's random. Robots 2. These ones that look like old telephones with wheels. Shoot. If I could have pulled off that sneaking under him, that would have been awesome. I guess these ones don't stop like in the first robots level. Just seem to keep going. So I ought to just kind of go nuts and grab the bombs as fast as I can. I don't know. Oh, is he gonna come up? Oh, okay. Now they're gonna come up. Gotta jump over here probably. Why did I jump there? Shoot. That's always frustrating in this game. Sometimes they just wonky stuff makes you get stuck or usually you can get out of being stuck by jumping, but you don't always have the best jumping opportunities. Woohoo. Eric says, I think the little legend in the middle of the screen is a safe space, but don't take my word for it. Huh. Roll me over. Yeah, this is not... This one's truly randomly selected. What is this one? Okay. Those things roll after you? Okay. Got barrels coming after us or something. Let's trigger that. No need to deal with it while I'm jumping around. Try to trigger it ahead of time. I set one off. I heard it. I don't know where it is, though. I don't see it. Okay. Oh, this should be fun. Let's trigger the bullets again. Come on. This is level 18, by the way. Let's try this. Here we go. Okay, now I got a bullet to deal with. Jump up. Trigger it. No, no. Oh my god. No. Okay, you can make that jump. Okay. I wasn't sure if you had to jump on the one in the middle. Oh no. Saw that coming, because if I had let myself climb up the rope, I would have gotten hit by the bullet, I think. And yet that probably would have been the better option. Because I wasn't 100% sure it would hit me. I was 100% sure that walking off to the side would kill me, though. You know what I mean? Because Jumpman, he's not Fall Man. He can't fall 2 inches. He can only jump. Ugh! I'm stuck. Oh, this is crap. What was that? That was not fair. I'm so glad the game removes bullets when you appear next to one. Hey Arturo, I didn't know you were here. How's it going? I think you missed my attempts to bait you earlier. Arturo said this game's dead animation never fails to make me laugh. It is kind of silly. He bounces around. Woo, woo, woo. Then the stars spin around his head. Wow, that's so fast. I was trying to go down the ladder, but failed to move down correctly. Okay, let's wrap this up. Come on, we can do this. Oh, shoot. Get out of here, barrels or whatever you are. Ah, oh, I thought it was coming right towards me, and you can climb up ropes, though, so... Oh, I'm sorry, Archer. I didn't announce the start of the stream in our chat. Oh well. You should turn on the notifications. Or you can always just leave the web page open. I don't know if you use your phone or the web. But the stream, you know, like Stu always does that. He likes to leave it open and then he complains that I'm late. Arrgh! So I'm not actually sure how to get those. It has to be you climb up the rope and then jump while you're climbing. But the problem is if you press to the left or the right on the joystick, like a little bit too soon, you'll just walk off the rope to your doom, which is what just happened there. Jeez. Do it like probably right at the same time. Yeah, there we go. All right. We got this. Oh. That's the end of my my game. That was. I almost had that level, but it was a real rough one. I'm gonna do randomizer one more time. Then I'll move on to another EPYX game. Arturo says, "What YouTube never notifies me. It doesn't even count me as a viewer." That's true. And Eric says, "Are you sure you're not a ghost?" That's also a good point. But I was baiting you because I was playing G.I. Joe and it showed like a world map, and there was one of the battles I could choose was like probably right around Guatemala, I think. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go right where around Arturo lives, and trying to get you to say something like, I'm not in Guatemala. All right, Robots 2 is again what it starts you with. All right, let's try to not die on this one at least. Now, Eric said he thought there was a safe space in the middle. I'm not going to test that, though. If Eric were sure, I'd probably go for it. But he's not sure. I don't know if it's a safe space to talk about my feelings with the robots. Oh, I'm trying to this crap again. Look, I got myself into that same situation. All right, so I failed to beat Robots 2 without dying already. I cleared like nearly half the bombs at least already. Oh no! I'm just gonna clean up the bottom away from those robots for now. Then come back and finish it up, hopefully. That red guy is being a pain. Here we go, got it. All right. Don Julio enters the battle, enters the stream. Figure it. This is the one I said I hate, and I was going to pull up a walkthrough possibly. Oh, shoot. I don't know. I don't want to Google for a walkthrough and everything and like pause the stream. I guess I'm going to go for it. Jeez. Last time I did this, I went along the bottom here in a straightforward manner, and I was just stuck, and I couldn't do anything. I don't know. Gotta do something, though, right? If I don't know the order... And that's the one thing I know not to do is run along the bottom. I guess I just gotta play it by ear otherwise. But it looks like it looks like I already screwed myself to some degree. Maybe. I'm trying to think, is there a way to get out of that? Don't know. It could be some of the bombs actually build things rather than just take away. Yeah, I guess I'll try the top. I don't know. But look at that top right bomb. I think you would need something to be built. Okay, that added a rope, which is nice. So yeah, it does build things. Okay, so we don't need that anymore anyway. That part of the platform. Bullets. Hate you, bullets. I will try this rightmost one, maybe. Trigger the bullets. I don't like this. Ah! This level, the Figure and Figurous Revenge. Figurous Revenge might be in Junior. No, in Junior, I don't remember. But these are like my mortal enemies. Now I'm wondering, while I'm down here, can I do anything useful? Because it's hard to actually get back down. Let's trigger the bullet first of all so I can think. Ah, another one. I guess I'll try this one. Okay, that made my broken ladder even worse, which isn't necessarily the worst thing, I guess. Okay, look at that. We got a ramp. Okay, now we have a ramp. I'm kind of recklessly getting things, but let me get this one before, before it becomes a bad scene. Okay. Maybe the one to the left. Now that I have that rope there. Yeah, okay, so it takes... I was thinking it would probably do that. Limit my ability to go to the right, but since I have the rope there, which I had obtained by getting a different bomb, I was able to escape it. I didn't mean to do that, but that's alright. You gotta play the bullet hurting game. Hurt them, like, you know, or what's it, like bullfighting sort of. Toro! Shoot. When they don't trigger, it's bad sometimes, because it can force you into a situation you weren't really anticipating. Just sometimes it doesn't trigger, I don't know why. I gotta go faster because it's kind of just... They keep throwing these bullets at me with reckless abandon. Alright, hopefully I can... Shoot. Hopefully I can just go from the right and then sweep downward. We'll see. Whoa! Ah! Okay. Do I have to die? I might have to die now. I don't think I can get it without dying at this point. I might be able to jump to the ladder on the left. Might be possible. Left side of the screen. And again, you gotta go fast. This level doesn't really give you too much time to think, because constantly throwing these bullets at you. Alright, so I'm gonna try to get that jump to the ladder on the left. Now, you can't just fall down 2 inches, because it doesn't let you in this game. You are jump man, not fall man. But I can do that. It'll work. Okay. Hey! I didn't die too many times, right? I didn't have to catch one while I died. That's the beauty. Robots again? Oh, come on. All right. This is the Robots 2 stream, everybody. We're gonna spend 90% of the stream playing specifically the level Robots 2 in Jumpman. Robots 1 we played for a moment, but now it's Robots 2's time to shine. Oh my god. Oh. Thanks, Eric. Eric says, nicely done. Thank you for the 2 likes, everybody. Maybe I actually have 3. Every time I mention my likes count, somebody will point out it actually says, you know, n+1. Like if I see 2 likes, it'll say 3 for somebody else. Apparently, pretty much always. Not sure why YouTube has such trouble with counting these numbers. I can only assume they're using, this is getting technical, algorithms that are able to estimate these things. When you get to really high scale stuff like what YouTube is doing, there's a lot of like estimating of numbers and things like that. But when you're a small scale person like I am, then you know if 2 becomes 3, that makes it's a huge skew. Or if 3 becomes 2. But if you're someone who has 500 viewers at any given time, it might not matter if it says there are only 497 viewers. Dragon Slayer. All right, here we go. This one was... I actually made a YouTube short of this on my channel because I had this crazy moment of trying to time my shots just to hit them just right. I had to keep retreating to step on that little mountain sort of on the 1, 2, 3, 4th level down. Like if you stand at the top of one of these little mountains or hills, I guess I should say, they can pass under you. The dragons pass under you. Otherwise, they just kill you. So you can do this. Oh! Okay, maybe it's only some hills. I guess it is only some hills. Probably all of them but that one. The second level is probably fine to stand on. You can tell they're different. The third level one is not as high. I see 3 now, Eric, so somebody hit the like button. Thank you, whoever did that, by the way. So yeah, I'm safe. I should be safe here, I think. Pass under me, please. Ah! Is it literally only the 4th one, then? But that looks the same. Alright. Sheesh. Oh. Now I gotta actually hit this guy. Okay. So I need to be accurate with my lances then. Because I thought I could stand on those hilly things. Christ. Now what do I even do? I don't even know. Try again here. Oh. I don't remember finding this hard before. Maybe I can squeeze by on the left. Yeah. Alright. Now he's gonna come back down though. You know what? I think I was playing the DOS version when I was standing on these hills. Maybe you can't do that in this version at all. I'm not totally sure. It makes me backtrack so much. Shit. Yeah, it's Jumpman, not Javelin Man. I agree, Andrew. Go, 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 Jumpman. Go, Jumpman, go. All right, this is an easy trivia question, but a trivia question I will ask nonetheless. Can you tell me another video game character whose name was initially Jumpman, but it was changed to something else? Stu says Pac-Man was Jumpman. There you go. I'm gonna go with Stu's answer just to be ridiculous. No, it was Andrew. Sorry, Arturo answered correctly first. Mario. Therefore, you get a virtual high five. Arturo, that's the prize. Yeah, this is a lot harder than the last time I played it. Oh shit! I think it was the DOS version I played on that let me stand on those hills. So you just have to really be good at timing the javelins. Or actually, you have to be good at pressing the down direction on the joystick, because I apparently can't do that. Alright, that's my game, unfortunately. But that was fun. Jumpman is a blast. What to play next? I could play Jumpman Jr. for the heck of it, although I always thought it was not quite as good. When I'm not proud of my high score, I just leave it blankly. No, that's somebody else, or I pick AAA. Stu says maybe you can stand on the other 2 hills. No, I tried the first 2. I didn't try the one on the 4th level though. All right, that level required Don Julio. This has such an interesting smell. And I'm just taking a couple sips. I'm not like going nuts here. I don't know if this kind of doing this automatically makes YouTube think I'm like, you know, this is not for kids or something, this stream. But I already marked it as not for kids, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I just take tiny sips just because I have a little fun, not get sloshed here or anything. All right, I'll try Jumpman Jr. I gotta do a hard reset or whatever. I remember getting Jumpman Jr. as a cartridge, I think for my birthday when I was like 7. I played that before I played the first Jumpman, which I eventually got for Commodore as one of those falling off the back of a truck kind of deals. I love that they have the full address here. Oh yeah, this. Yay! Jumpman Jr. He's sinking. Oh no! He's sinking into the quicksand. Farewell, Jumpman Jr. Oops. Alright, let's play. One player. Speed. I guess it's fixed for the whole game in this version. In this game. Let's pick 3, I guess. Nothing to it. Trigger. I want to trigger that damn missile. Bullet, whatever it is. Why aren't you triggered? Maybe on this easy does it level or whatever it's called, nothing to it. Maybe they don't trigger. I just changed my mind when I saw that happen. Hooray! No kidding! Andrew said the dev made all the music, by the way. That's cool. I like these old school games where it's just one guy doing everything. Even if, you know, the graphics are usually not stellar, but programming is a completely different discipline than making music and drawing cool pictures. Fire is this one. Okay. That's right. Fires appear when you grab a bomb. Hopefully they never appear underneath you. I don't think so. It's only level 2. That's pretty challenging, that one, though. Placement of that one. Did you get to sleep lately, Arturo, by the way? Arturo has had a lot of work lately to do. Let's put it that way. Or if you want me to shut up about that subject, I will. I don't think you cared. Ah. You slept all night last night. Woohoo! That's good. Can I walk under that? I really hope so. I guess they would have. You'd have to be able to. Okay. Ah! Oh, lucky there. Pure luck. That was not lucky. Whew. Damn. Okay. Don Julio. Whew. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Once again, I survived by luck. I was getting too hasty to backtrack to the left and go up the rope. And Andrew says Jumpman needs a proper remake. So much more loving for Lode Runner. Yeah, I never really played Lode Runner much. My uncle had an Apple II GS, and I remember playing that on his Apple II GS like once. I don't know, I never really... I didn't think it was that great, really. Arturo says thanks to the other team now wanting to review my fix until early today. Not wanting to review, okay. Eric says he looked up EPYX address and it's a normal house. That's funny. This used to be a great place. Imagine if people show up there once in a while, like making pilgrimages to EPYX. I really doubt that happens, but that'd be kind of fun. Or if they get mail once in a while addressed to EPYX, and somebody writing like, "Man, I love Jumpman, make another one." In the year like 2023. I should try that right now. Let's send them a letter and be like, "I just played Jumpman and I thought it was amazing. And I want you to make another one." You know what I'm saying? I remember Jumpman Jr. being less bonkers. I still feel like this is pretty bonkers. Maybe I was wrong about that. These ladders, yeah, you have to move with these ladders. They don't carry you. And if you mess up, guess what's going to happen? You die like anything else in this game. Uh-oh. All right. Andrew says Load Runner even got an N64 reboot. I didn't know that one. And sorry, Andrew said that. And Eric says you should and send them a screenshot of the address in the game. Yeah, I should do that. Look, this is your address, right? Hellstones. Not hailstones, but hellstones. Yeah, here they come, bouncing around. I remember these guys. When are you releasing Cookie Monster versus Punk? It's not in the works right now, but I was just telling Arturo earlier that my daughter, I was putting her to bed, and that's why I was a little bit late today. Shoot. And she asked me if I had a game called Cookie Monster. Bonk versus Cookie Monster. You know, like Bonk, the large-headed caveman guy. Somehow Bonk has taken a prominent role in my life. I even have an occasional stream I do called Bonk Viernes. I play Bonk games on Friday. What is this? This thing is tricky. I gotta lure it off here. Oh, it's still alive. Should I run for it? No, I can't. It's too fast. Nice. Ah! Oh, I did it. I jumped across. Oh, look at these things are tricky. Crap. All right, I might have to end it there. I don't want to just jump, man. Let's play some summer games or something. Andrew says, whenever I open an old game box and I find a silly promotion, like fill out this form and send it in, and we'll send you a Butterfinger bar for free. Yeah, let's do it. Or like send, you know, right here for a free catalog or whatever. I don't want to enter I don't want to enter my initials with joystick. I wasn't proud of that game. Yeah, so yeah, it wouldn't be an epic stream if we didn't play winter games, summer games 2, world games, California games. My favorites are probably just summer games 1 and 2 and winter games. World games is cool because it has such weird, wacky sports. And it's from World Games that I learned about sports like caber tossing, which is when a Scottish person takes a large log and they try to hurl it for distance. I think I don't know if it's more than just hurling it for distance or if there's some nuance to it, like it has to rotate in a certain way or anything. I guess I'll go with Summer Games 1 because that seems like a good place to start. I did have one stream during the last Olympics where all I did was play these kind of games, summer games and winter games and stuff. That should be an Olympics sport with the caber toss. I think there was a log rolling too, where you had to like walk on a log with a competitor on the same log and not fall over into the water. Wait, did I just load Jedi Summer Games? I hope that's a cracking group and not like a hack where we have lightsabers or something. Or maybe I hope it is. It is a crack where I have lightsabers. That might be cooler. I just turned on my lamp here. I realized I didn't have it on. You would see my face in a very shadowy way. I don't know if it matters a hell of a lot. Designed by, let's give these guys credit. Let's name them all. Scott Nelson, Stephen Landrum, Aaron Murphy. Sorry, I missed the rest. Got a little bit late to do that, to begin that. I always thought these athletes' animation was really cool. They run very smoothly and everything. Andrew says my brother and I had a tradition where we'd play through summer games whenever the real summer games started. That's fun. All right, let's check the world records. These must be like the defaults or something. Da, da, da. All right, should we do all the events? I could do that. I mean, some of them are like I'm so bad at it, like I don't really know the controls. I'll just go through all of them. And then maybe I'll play some of the other games, but maybe just do like 1 or 2 events from each. I'll be Mark. I'll be you. And I'm gonna be from EPYX. This is gonna play the Jumpman theme song, which should be in your head because we just played it. Wait, is this the Jumpman Junior or? I'm trying to think, is this the first one or Junior? I don't know. Arturo says, play as Mexico. We have tacos. Well, too late now. Unless I was going to put in a dummy character here. This is back when there was still a West Germany, by the way. That's kind of interesting. This is so much fun with like 8 players. You can play this with 8 players. It's only 2 people competing at one given moment simultaneously. But it's such a blast sitting around the computer and yelling at each other and complaining that your controller didn't work. But my controller didn't work. My dad, to this day, will make fun of me and my siblings. Like anytime we play a game and we get frustrated, and he's not really watching us play games as much this lately, you know, he doesn't live with us, but he'll always be like, I can't move, like sarcastically, I can't move. Like, oh yeah, sure, you can't move. If that was a common complaint we would make, like, wait, it's not working, the controller's not working, I can't move. All right, pole vault. Oh god, breaking joysticks, yeah. Yeah, Andrew says breaking joysticks during the running and swimming events. They can be, the 100-meter dash can be pretty rough. I don't even know if I want to do that one. I played what game did I play recently? It was like a decathlon game for Atari 2600 where you had to mesh. Like I go back and forth really quick. It's kind of hard on my fingers. I do have some pain issues with my fingers. I'll just do it anyway because only for the 100-meter dash. It's pretty quick, but beyond, I'm only gonna do it once. Let's put it that way. All right, so you can choose your height, I think. Or no, you can't. Maybe you can. You can hit try this jump, no, and it goes to the next one, I think, maybe. I don't know. I'll just go ahead and do it. There's kind of a trick to this, and it might depend on the grip you choose on your pole, because you can choose a high grip, medium grip, or low grip. But I think essentially it was as soon as the tip of your pole is lined up with this like flag in the background, you press down, and it's like a slow motion. The pole comes down, so you really have to do it ahead of time. And that was kind of my rule of thumb that I figured out, or maybe my brother figured it out or something. I don't remember which grip I used to like better generally. I'll go with medium for now. And we go down, and you press up to, yep, and let go. All right, cool. New height is 4.5 meters. We were just at 4. Let's try the high pole grip. I don't know. I guess the high pole grip can give you greater height. Actually, I'm not sure if low is like towards the end of the pole or is high towards the end of the pole, but I failed just there. Let's try medium again. I think high is towards the end of the pole. Oh, I pressed the button, I thought, but I can't move, right? All right. Let's try, I don't know. I feel like I had it, I just didn't get the button to register. That time I pressed it early, expecting maybe it wouldn't register, so I messed up. All right, still got the gold medal because I'm competing against myself. A toast to Jumpman. When I would play this game, eventually I got tired of hearing these national anthems, so I would pick France just because it has the quickest, shortest national anthem. And Andrew says, young us breaking joysticks, old us breaking our tendons, exactly. Platform diving. And this one, you just kind of move a direction while you're in the air to like spin a certain way, and you have to straighten out by pressing, I think, up. And the idea is you want to go head first, ideally, and to have like a minimal splash, and that'll get you a lot of points. If you like belly flop, you kind of bomb the whole thing. You get low points, but you want to do like a little spin while you're in the air too. Although I'm on Do Not Disturb, I ought to check my texts very quick because my wife is out today. She's out tonight she's seeing like the last Stephen Sondheim musical or something like that. She's a big Stephen Sondheim fan. So that's kind of why I had to hold the fort tonight and put my daughter to bed and everything. All right, this is a forward dive. Yeah, so I'm probably going to screw this up pretty badly, I feel like. I kind of screwed the first event up pretty badly. Whee! Yeah, that was kind of a belly flop. I don't really remember like how to time it right. So I pressed right, and that got me into that tight somersault. So let's try left this time. Left is like the loose somersault. But that was pretty good. They thought it was great, apparently. Cool. All right, what else can I try? So look at that. Here's a little bit of how the score works. You get all the individual judge ratings, and then they discard the high and the low, add them all up, and they multiply by a difficulty rating. So it depends on like what kind of flips or like somersaults you do in midair. I don't really remember what's a really good difficulty rating. I think part of the difficulty is how late in your dive do you I don't know what the right term is, get out of your somersault to try to dive straight. If you do it at the very last second and you pull it off, you get a higher difficulty multiplier. Oh, we got some trivia from Andrew, the dev who made Jumpman made the swimming events. Cool. All right, reverse dive. I'll try pressing down now, I guess. That's down, okay. That was okay, probably. Yeah, pretty good. And you can actually mix it up. You could, like, I think hold down for a bit and then let go and press right, I think. Things like that. That was actually considered more difficult than my last dive. It was a 2.1 multiplier as opposed to my 1.9 last time. I'm going to press up this time. I did right, left, down. Let's go up. Up doesn't work. Okay, up is, that's right. Up is to get out of, to go straight. So I should have known that. But that kind of totally threw me off and I screwed up that dive. All right. But once again, I've won the gold. I'm just that awesome. I would love to get together enough people to play an 8-player game of this again. I'm thinking I might be able to make it happen with my sister, her husband, and their kids. I got them all together to play horse racing on television. We were all like yelling at the screen, having a blast, betting on pixelated horses. 4x400 meter relay. So this is the foot race, right? Where you, oh, is this the swimming or foot race? I guess it's yeah. I think it's the one where you don't have to kill. It's a foot race where you don't have to kill the joystick, but you press right to sprint and left to go slow, kind of. But you have to manage your energy. So this one doesn't kill your hand, at least. I guess it's kind of more strategic. It's kind of tough to pass the baton. I found it like if you don't get the timing right, it totally screws up. So you kind of want to hit right and left. Don't like overdo it with the right or you lose too much energy. You want to sprint right before you're about to pass it off, though. Okay, let's do it. Button is pressed and it doesn't go for some reason. That's the problem I always had. If you don't like time it right, it gets stuck for a moment. Which is kind of frustrating. I don't really understand how you're even supposed to do it right. Sprint, 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 and press it up. Oh, stop, stop, stop. No, go. I'm saying stop. I meant go. I just don't know. I don't understand why he stops. That's the thing. Sprint and pass it, pass it. Come on. Come on, go, go, go. Ah. Sprint towards the finish line and woohoo. Oh, obviously some awkward baton passing, but I beat Spain's world record apparently. Yeah, take that, Spain. I couldn't hand off the baton very competently, and yet I beat them by like 30 seconds or something, or 20 seconds. I'm not supposed to drink this while pregnant. Oh man, there go my plans. Andrew says the running man who finishes the race goes on to impossible mission. Yeah, it looks like him. Okay, this is the 100-meter dash where you have to kill your joystick. I'm gonna actually stretch a little bit. I know it sounds silly, like stretching for a video game sporting event, but I might actually have to limber up a little bit here. All right. If I find it like too painful, I'll just drop the controller. No sense killing myself. Use your forearm, says Andrew. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I want to probably. Yeah, I get what you're saying. On your mark. Set. Why is he not going? I'm not sure what's happening. I'm I'm not going that fast, but I'm not going that slow either. It definitely should be on the screen at least. I'm not sure what's happening here. You have to press a button or something to get started? I don't really understand it. I used to get like 9 seconds on this thing. Am I like pressing the wrong direction? I thought it was left and right. I don't know, I give up. Can I quit now? $20 seconds. 20.1 seconds. 21 seconds. It's good enough for the goal when you have no competition. All right. Gymnastics. This is one I never really got the hang of. Huh? Next to Zendo evening? What's up, Andy? Are we playing Zendo? All right. Oh, next Zendo evening we'll play some summer games. Is that what you're suggesting? Zendo is a kind of a board game we played when Andy came to my house this past July. I had a board game gathering. And Zendo was a game that was torturing Andy, but I was having such fun, I kept suggesting we play it again. And Andy was a sport and played along anyway, but I think he hated it. Zendo is a game, it's like, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like a deduction game where one player is like the master and comes up with a pattern with these little pieces. Like, what is the theme in the pieces? Like, is there, a large piece and a small piece? And so the players have to guess what the theme is or the rule. And I think it was driving Andy a little crazy, probably because he had too much cider. Anyway, try to remember what you do here. You press the button at the end of this mat, I think, to jump onto the springboard. Or does it happen automatically and you press the button to go off the springboard? I don't know. I think you press the button at the end of the mat. Jump here, and then maybe you press it again. I don't remember. You spin through the air. It's difficult to do stuff there. I never really figured it out. And then you land. or you fall. So here we go. Oh, well, it's going faster than I expected somehow. Okay, that was a fault. And you kind of float through the air for a moment. Okay, that wasn't great, but at least it was not a fault. Okay. 5.6. That's it. It goes so fast, too, that one. They don't give you a lot of attempts. My thing in gym class that made everyone think it was hilarious for the day, thought I was hilarious for the day, was we were doing this kind of a thing where you're supposed to jump off a springboard and then we didn't do any crazy flips or anything. It was gym class when I was like in 6th grade or something. You're supposed to just kind of push off the horse with your hands and go over it. But somehow I got enough air over here that I was so high up my arms couldn't reach down, and everybody thought that was hilarious in my class. Mr. Andy in the house. Should we play a tennis game for Andy? That you're suggesting? I don't know if there is one for EPYX, unless one of those street sports games is tennis, but that's not really a street sports game. You don't have pickup games of tennis in the street. We could check into it. I know there's street sports, baseball, and basketball. Freestyle, I realize this is a swimming one. You just have to press a button with good timing, essentially. All right, I'm racking up all the gold medals single-handedly. Forget Bo Jackson with his baseball and his football skills. I'm nailing every single Olympic event personally. Even when I screw up that awesomely that I win the gold medal. Even when I don't know how to pass a baton in a relay race, I win the gold medal. So yeah, this is fun. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I always appreciate this. If I had no audience, it would be like, I wouldn't be inspired to do this stream most weeks. All right, I'm in lane 2 apparently. I'm by myself. You press right to dive, and then you just press the button as soon as your arm comes down, I think, to swim. But I'm already losing traction, I can see. I'm not doing it quite right somehow. I have to get a feel for the timing of it, I guess. I think this is the short one. There's also a long one where you do multiple laps or a lot of laps. This is like just maybe one lap or two. I'm doing totally bad. Usually I can get it, or back in the day I could get it so that my swimmer is like right at the edge of the screen. That means you're doing well. Not really sure what I'm doing wrong here. Somehow the timing is off from this. Maybe there is lag time with this joystick, like people in Andrew's Discord chat were saying. Or one person was saying that. And I was like, I don't know what's a problem. And now I'm like suspicious that the thing is fundamentally bad. I think I'm getting the hang of it suddenly. Or the controller didn't like that I was making fun of it, talking trash about it. So this one does have multiple laps, okay. Now I lost the hang of it again. Maybe I only have the hang of it when I'm going left. Nope, it looks like I just lost the hang of it. There we go. Getting it back again. I think I have to press it a little earlier than I had expected for some reason. Maybe that's my aging reaction time. Or maybe it's lag time from the controller. Yeah, there we go. Like just before the arm goes in. I was trying to do it like right when the arm goes in. You know, the arm that swings over. That's the one I'm talking about. Do it a little bit earlier. This is definitely more fun when there's two players going at once. All right, that was it. 1:49. Probably not great. I'm trying to think of what event I was great at. I mean, back in the day, I would practice enough that I was pretty good at most of these. And I got a perfect score in the skeet shooting. In skeet shooting, you have to shoot, I think, up to 25 targets. So it's possible to just get a perfect score and then be done with it. Nobody can beat the world record. Well, you can tie it though. I think you get a world record if you tie it. So I would sometimes tie my own world record in skeet shooting. But a lot of these other games, they have such a kind of a high precision to the score. Like, you know, you're not likely to get 149.3 exactly, even if you're at that same skill level. All right, 100-meter freestyle. This is the shorter swimming event, I think. Is that just one lap, 100 meters? I think you go front and back. I played other various Olympic games over the years here and there, but I never found any of them was quite as good. Maybe you could say that's nostalgia, but I don't know. Even when I was a kid, though, I tried some of them. Like, well, you know, it's like track and field. That's good in its own right, but not as good as this. And I found like I got like a Sega Genesis. I think it was called the Games Winter Edition or something like that, hoping to find something like Winter Games for Sega Genesis. It wasn't as good either. Well, once again, I'm not really doing it that well. I'm better on the return. I think that's it. That's the whole race. Yep. All right. Now only 3 viewers are left. I had 6 last time I glanced to my left. Maybe the swimming isn't that boring. Or people are going to bed. Here is their thinker guy with the joystick. Well, let me show it. Andrew said I never understood how to swim in the game. Oh yeah, it's just about the timing. You press the button at the right moment, essentially. Like when the arm comes down, but I don't know. My timing feels a little off. Maybe it could, and again, it could be lag related. It could be old age related. It could be I just am out of practice. I don't know. But yeah, there's like a certain moment when related to the animation of the swimmer where you have to just press the button repeatedly. The rhythm. Skeet shooting. Here we go. This is the one where I used to be able to score a perfect. I really doubt I can do that again. All right, I'll stop while I'm ahead. One out of one is perfect. Ah, already screwed up. All right. Let's see what I can do though. Yeah, sometimes I shoot two at once, but that's pretty much harder, as you might expect. I missed one. Missed two. Oh, that's bad. So much for a perfect. Or even close to a perfect anymore. That's all right. Oh. Yeah, 2 in 1 shot. That's impressive. I'll call that a win. I got that to happen. Okay, if I can get 20, I think that's pretty good still. Hey, there we go, 20. Not bad. That might be the world record. Yeah, because the default is 12. That's pretty good. Andrew says, the game takes practice like real sports. Yeah, and Stu says to use the light gun. That would be cool. Keep shooting with the light gun. And that's it. That's all of the summer games, sports. So yeah, I guess like I said, I'll poke around in a couple of other of these games. And my wife informed me she's on the way home from her Sondheim show. Oh, that was it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I knew that was it. I'm confusing myself. What a surprise! Stu says, when I played this game, my brother always picked EPYX and I always chose the US. Duh. Alright, let's fire up Summer Games 2, perhaps. And I'll just play a couple of events. Alright, that was pretty fun. It's hard to reset. I think it's so cool, though, that you could combine the two games. You play Summer Games 2, and you can do all the events, including Summer Games 1. And it asks you to put in the Summer Games 1 disc as needed, essentially. I still think that's cool today. Like, you didn't see things like that too much, like combining two games until, like, maybe Sonic and Knuckles or something. So I'm trying to figure out what's the right one to load here. Side A, and then I can go down there for side B. That should do it. Did not expect that. Oh, I thought I was gonna do the whatever. Okay, can I skip this now? Andrew says Gold Box games, the only other games I recall doing that. Oh, like SSI? Stu says I remember. Oh, yeah, that's right. You could import. I think you could import characters from the original Bard's Tale into Bard's Tale 2, maybe? Andy, you were into Bard's Tale games, do you remember? And I remember something like, maybe Wizardry had something like that too. One of those RPGs like Wizardry, Bard's Tale, etc., Might and Magic, there was one of them that let you import characters from other games. Like you could load a Bard's Tale guy into a Wizardry 2 or something like that, just to make up some arbitrary one. But it would be cool to check into that again. It wasn't even the same company's game, if I recall correctly. And Stu said you could import Pool of Radiance into Hillsfar and Curse of the Azure Bonds. Okay. Bard's Tale, I think, let you import from Ultima and Wizardry, says Stu. Okay, yeah, so I'm not totally crazy with my memory there. I thought that was just cool because, I don't know, who would have thought you could do that? It's pretty neat. All right, let's load some Summer Games 2. Let's put it in warp speed mode. Here we go. Beautiful doves. It's not the bat animation. They should use that. The bat sprite. Stu says the original Summer Games was never released on IBM, but Summer Games 2 was. That's weird. It was probably that era of like DOS games where CGI was king or something. Not CGI, CGA was king. And everything looked like crap. And they used like the PC speaker. I hated that. Kind of hate that era of DOS games. But once VGA came around and Sound Blaster or AdLib and stuff, that's when DOS games got pretty cool. I know I'm just speculating. I don't know. For all I know, it could have been a VGA game. Anyway, yeah, look at that. You can hit number 6. It's just a flag. Do you want to enable Summer Games 1 events? That's just so cool. I played kayaking like on a stream relatively recently when the last Olympics happened. I just found that so frustrating. Maybe I'll skip that one. Let's start with some how about some rowing. Andrew says best PC speaker impersonation. What music is this? Brandenburg Concerto? No, it's not a Brandenburg Concerto, I don't think. I don't know, I'll have to look it up. But this is like, it might just be, you could probably just Google like the Olympics theme and find this. Well, it's probably not the real name of it though. They would play this on TV during the Olympics too. Masterpiece Theater, is that it? Oh yeah. It is, yeah. I don't know if that's the name of it, but it's on the intro of Masterpiece Theater. Okay, I'm gonna pick some events and just pick like maybe 3 of them. This time I will be let's see, let's pick a random ass country. Let's pick Brazil. I am singing in Portuguese, but I don't know the language. All right. Let's see, just a couple of these. Let's not the ones I find incredibly frustrating. Like equestrian is crazy frustrating. Rowing is okay. I mean, you know, as far as difficulty, it's easy. I always found fencing to be like really puzzling about how you actually do it competently. Cycling is fine. I'll do a javelin. Okay, let's do that. Rowing, javelin, and cycling. That's enough. Kayaking is actually really cool, and it looks really beautiful. And if you get good at it, you know, it's pretty satisfying to play, but it's pretty challenging and takes quite a long time. I mean, if you're really rusty, you're just going to embarrass yourself like I did last time I played that. All right, so I've selected 3 events, and I think we're loading. Hope I did it right. Go into warp speed mode, perhaps. Here's your opening ceremonies. Andy confirms that, yes, you can import Bard's Tale into 2 and 3. Cool. We're going to add some bats here. Or red birds. This is how kids draw birds when they first start learning to draw. There you go. There's some birds. Red birds. All right, rowing. Yeah, Summer Games 2 definitely felt more polished than the original. Really neat. But again, there's just some events that are pretty difficult to figure out. Let's go into warp speed mode. Oops. Just closed my YouTube window accidentally. Because closing a tab is the same hotkey as warp speed in this emulator. Make that a little bit lower. Quite loud music. Alright. So in this one, you just kind of move left and right, and the way you do it is your oars are angled this way. If they're angled that way, you want to press your stick left, and they will take some time to. Your guy will row, and eventually they'll be all the way. The oars will be angled the other direction like that. It's a gradual thing. You hold it for a moment, and they move the oars, and then you repeat. You go back to the right to go back the other direction. He's catching up. Oh no. How are you doing that? Take that, computer pacer. Yeah, I beat you, computer pacer. It says I'm wearing a bra. Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's rowing. Andrew suspects roids. Yeah, I roided up before the stream to move the joystick with extra strength. Javelin. I don't remember exactly the controls for this one, unfortunately. I kind of mumbled into my hand. What I was saying is, I'm not sure I remember the controls for this one, unfortunately. I'm trying to imagine it. And I'm kind of mixing in my head the track and field javelin throw. So hopefully I can pull it off. Man, see what we can do. Do you run with the left and right? And then you press the button to throw? Well, guess we'll see. Now, do you like I think you tap the button to, yeah, I think you tap the button to run and you move the joystick to throw. Alright, let's try it. I have a few throws. I think I have 3. So I can experiment on the first one if I'm wrong, I guess. Okay. Not bad, I think. Ish. Okay. The crowd likes it. Look at that. They probably like it if I throw it 3 feet. Not very smart. Core memory unlocked, says Andrew. Yeah, tap to run. Good call with that one. All right, we're going over 70. Can we clear 80? Yes. Can we clear 90? No. 87. It is crazy how that, as much as we forget how to control these games with really, esoteric, specific controls, a lot of it does come back pretty well. Okay, that's probably going to make about 80. So I think my second throw was best. 79.31. So it counts the top throw. 87.18. Cycling. So this one is just you move the joystick in a circle, and there'll be like an arrow. Oh, side 2 I need. An arrow telling you what your current direction needs to be. You don't really need to look at that generally. You just kind of move it in an arc. I don't remember if it's like clockwise or counterclockwise, though. That's the only thing. Is this working? Let's try warp speed. I would think the prompt would go away if it is working, though. That's the thing. But you never know. User experience design wasn't the best back then. Well, I mean, it could be saying, no, that's not it. Not saying that, but okay, it worked. Much ado about nothing. All right. I'm assuming I go clockwise. I guess I'll find out. A cool little flight of the bumblebee there, by the way. Okay, I got the direction right, but I don't have the hang of it yet. There we go, getting there a little bit. I think I was going too fast initially. Yeah, you can't go too fast or it'll miss a direction and you go very slow. Okay, come on, go. This joystick, it doesn't really have a very smooth movement to it. It's very stiff and tight, so I think that makes it a little bit harder. I'm blaming the controller again. My dad would chime in, I can't move! Come on. Ugh. Totally got out of the rhythm there somehow. Yeah, I beat the computer facer at the last second. Somehow I came back. Brazil is great, but we sing it in Portuguese somehow. I don't know what that accent wasn't anything near Brazilian, but that was generic foreign accent. Who won? Who won? Who won? Who won? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Yeah! That actually is a really fun moment when you're huddled around your computer with 8 people, because as that music plays, it gradually lists from bottom up the standings, and you're not always quite sure what the totals are unless you're keeping good track, I guess. And it's really exciting, just the way it reveals it gradually. All right, so that was some summer games too. Now let's hop on over to winter games, perhaps. I don't know if I actually played with a full 8 people very often. It might have only been a couple of times, but generally I could get like 3 to 5 people pretty often, and that was a lot of fun too. All right, so winter games, here it is. Bum 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 bum. It's Brazil in the Winter Olympics too. Bonk versus Cookie Monster. Yeah, that was a weird moment tonight. Really funny though. Okay, we're in warp speed mode. Jamaican bobsled team. Oh yeah. I remember when that was current, when that happened. I'm sure you guys do too. You're like the same age as me, or about. But, some people only know it from Cool Runnings. Okay. It's taking quite a while to load, even with warp speed on. So yeah, in my heyday of Commodore game playing, I played these 3: Summer Games 1 and 2 and Winter Games. World Games, like that came later. We were kind of in my household. Commodore was kind of being like, you know, it was not the center of attention in our video game playing quite as much. But I remember my brother got a copy of World Games, I think from someone at his college, and so I played it a little bit. But I don't really like. I'm not going to remember any of the controls if I play that. It's not ingrained in me at all. It'll be like I'm playing a new game essentially. But California games I didn't play on Commodore either. I only played that because my sister got an Atari Lynx. Maybe the year was like '93 or something like that, and it came with the Atari Lynx. Yeah, World Games had the caber toss. Yeah, so I get I recognize some of the events in World Games, but I wouldn't know any of the controls or how to play them well. It had sumo wrestling, caber toss, the log rolling or something like that. What else did World Games have? Kind of drawing a blank. I don't know. Barrel jumping. Oh yeah. So this seems to be unfortunately locking up. I think it should be ready by now. I could wait a little longer or just try another disk image. Let me give it like, let's say 30 more seconds. So when my clock says 11:32 and 30 seconds, I'll give up on this particular load. Oh, weightlifting, that's right. Cliff jumping. Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, World Games. I don't know what year it came out, but it probably entered my household in like '91. I'll estimate at, or thereabouts maybe. All right, I gave it more than the 30 seconds I said I would, so too bad, Winter Games. You lose. Let's try this one, I guess. Now watch, they all take like a long time. Oh, there we go. Okay. The first and final version of EPYX's winter game. I guess from the start they were. Actually, I don't know if this is a cracking message. I think it's a cracking message. Yeah, it is. The game was compressed by the new powerful megabyte cruncher. That's cool. The great and powerful megabyte cruncher. Beware of CCL's telephone, which becomes a lethal weapon after 12 a.m. Inside jokes. By Action Graphics. Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to think what my favorites here are. I think I kind of like all these events. I don't know. There's the hot dog, which is it's kind of like the platform diving, but in skiing form. You like do a little ski jump and you do some tricks and you have to land straight. There's a different ski jumping one that's more like about distance and keeping your form right. There's speed skating. There's two different kinds of figure skating. One of them is they're like very similar, except I think one of them is longer than the other. Kind of like those two swimming events we just played. There's bobsled. I think I'm missing just one or two. Oh yeah, the biathlon. Biathlon's like a long one. You kind of ski long distance, and you have to manage your your heart rate and stuff, and then you periodically have to shoot targets. I'm sorry, what's going on here? Is this loading? There we go. One of my wife's grandpa's proud moments was he got to bear the Olympic torch one year. It's like just for a short period, he passes it to someone else. And there's pictures of that and everything. Oh, put it. How I thought that was weird. Winter games. You just started up and it's like, put it inside too, please. I guess for some reason, the way they were forced to arrange things on disk, it worked out that you had to put the menu on disk too. I'm just making stuff up. Being a software engineer, though, I know that things can get crazy, especially when you have limited resources. All right, let's check the world records. Frank and Harold are pretty awesome. Yeah, they're probably all cracked by different groups too. It's pretty much like that for every game I have. I got this large batch of disk images from archive.org. All right, let's do a couple of events again. What country should I be from now? I'll be from Mexico because Arturo wants me to have tacos. All right. What do I want to do? I mean, Biathlon's cool in its own right, but I don't think I have the patience for that. I just want to do a couple of quick ones. I think one of the figure skating ones would be enough. Don't need both of those. We could do bobsled because that's cool. Hot dog, I'm probably gonna suck at it, but that should be fun. Speed skating is nice. I'm kind of picking a lot now though. I don't know. Let's do this. That's one of the figure skating. I'll leave it at that. It's still I'm doing more than 50% of the events at this point, but that's okay. Attach side 1. Gateway to Apshai. How did I get there? So it's amazing how many games there are for Commodore. It's pretty cool. I could probably just do like a daily stream of Commodore games, and I'd play every game by the time I'm like 70 years old. Maybe it's a little bit of an exaggeration, but shoot, it was this one, right? Did I do it? I think to press the button prompt went away, so it registered my input. Andrew says, I'm going to take some screenshots of my family's world records from my personal disc backers and send them your way and throw the goal. Oh, wow. Wow. That's cool that you have that. I mean, I don't have any of my old world records when I was in my prime, so I don't know if I could beat your all-time best. But I think with a little practice, I probably could get perfect scores in skeet shooting again. I don't know if that's necessarily a rare achievement though. I might have the old discs actually. I just have to have a physical disc drive to load them into. Right, we got the opening ceremonies once again. I skipped it. Hot dog. Well, hot dog. Wait, what am I putting in? Disc 2? Yeah. God, I wonder if any of those old 5 1/4 inch floppies are still intact. Somewhere in like somewhere around the early 2000s, my dad brought out the Commodore and we played all the old stuff, and we were surprised that pretty much every disc still worked. I don't know if any of them failed, but at that point, the early 2000s, we were talking about, we were kind of impressed about, discs that were like, 15-ish years old were still working, but now it's like add another 20 years on top of that time. So it's like, holy crap. So, but, all right. So here we are with the hot dog. I don't remember how to do this. Yeah, it's essentially, the idea is essentially like the diving thing. You press the button to start, and you can like do flips and stuff by moving a direction, and then you straighten out how maybe it's up like it's diving. Oh, here we go. Okay, I did something. All right, I got high 7s and low 8s. That's not bad. Andrew says, was about 4 years ago. I was pleasantly surprised by a small percentage of failed discs. That's actually really cool. Oh, I fell. Well, I got all zeros now. That was terrible, but I didn't fall. Alright. The only problem with when you... I know that there's an option to practice events, but what I was going to say is, like, when you pick up this game after a long time, and you're like, let's play a bunch of events, it's like by the time you're just starting to get the hang of it, it's like, oh, the event's over. But yeah, you could always just select practice an event and try for, to your heart's content. Speed skating. If I recall, this is pretty similar in controls to the rowing event I just did in Summer Games too. Andrew says, great art in this version must be the last one before World Games. I think you're right. I think it went Summer Games 2, Winter Games, World Games, California Games, and Stu said there was a California Games 2 as well, so I guess that was last. Andrew played this one on Amiga, huh? It's pretty awesome. They made I think for pretty much every event, they made a special theme music like this before you start. And it's easy to just like start the game and just skip the whole thing. But it's usually some pretty good, pretty well composed music. All right, let's go. Is this like going? I think you don't go super fast. You kind of pace yourself a bit. You gotta look at the legs. That's right. Look at your legs. This is the great Mexican speed skater Mark W. You just gotta, kind of time it. Oh, if you mess up, you kind of slide for a bit, like I just did. And you don't have to worry about turning. Like in real speed skating, you watch that. The way they turn is like a whole art to that. They have to, like, first of all, you try to be on the inside of the track, and You kind of glide through it, sort of. I don't really know the mechanics of it, but oh god, I'm totally screwing this up. All right, well, I did pretty good until the end there. This is also the game's summer edition, the game's winter edition. I have the California Games VCR board game. I remember the era of VCR board games. And I got the Isaac Asimov Robots game, and it was so stupid. It had like that. It was like worth trying once, and then you realize that there's these cards that go along with the game, and the video doesn't matter. You watch the video first, then you play like a little card game, and that's it. You don't like go to different points in the video. It just you watch the video. It made no sense. So during that craze, we got that one game for like Christmas one time. And Stu says for a real fun time, the Clue VCR board game. We actually got that one during the craze too, but like my grandma or someone got us the Betamax by accident, so we returned it. And I don't remember what happened after that. Did we get something else entirely because they didn't have the VHS in stock? I don't recall. But I recall we got the Clue game in Betamax. We couldn't play it. Oh. And Stu says we had Clue 2, Murder in Disguise. But it was interesting. There was that whole craze, and like it was like I guess it was like the late '80s or so VCR games. I wonder if some of them were good. Skating free. All right, here we go. This is the figure skating one where I think this is the shorter one, and it plays like rock kind of music rather than like ballet sort of music. But they're functionally pretty the same, I think. There might be differences in how scoring works or something. You have to like really read the manual for these if you want to play them optimally. Clue 2. All right, here I am. The great Mexican, now a woman, figure skater. All right, let's go. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's go. All right, I'm skating straight. You can turn. Do that. Yeah, there we go. Let's do a little, whatever you call it, a spinny thing. Yay, spinny thing. Turn back to the right. And do a jumpy thingy. Nope, I fell. How do you do this jumpy thingy? Press the button. No, that turns you. Press the button and right. No, that's to turn again. Press the button and up. That's that thing again. Press the button and down. Press the button. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I stopped it. Let's try it again. You have to hold the button. Okay. Let's hold the button to jump. Oh, I think you have to face forward to jump, or whatever it's called, a lust or something. It keeps making me turn around when I press up, and I don't know. There we go. You have to press the button to time the landing, I think. That was up and left and the button while I'm facing to the left for some reason. Okay, that was down and left. I don't know if there's a subtle difference in the move I did or what. Now I fell because I hit up and left in the button while facing forward. I think you have to do it all when you're facing left. I don't remember that. Let's do the Russian looking thing. Oh, I fell. This is going to be the worst. Like every time you fall, I think you lose like a couple points or something. You can't do up in the button while facing forward. I don't know why. This is all in the rule book. I remember reading it last time I streamed. Like, pretty complicated, like the whole scoring mechanism. But for some reason, when I hold the button to do these things, it's not working how I think it. I'm holding it right now. I thought maybe you have to hold down in the button the whole time. No, that makes me fall when you do that. I don't know. I thought it was you move down the button and then you hold the button, but that's not really. I'd like do it for a moment, then I stop. Pretty confusing when you're not sure what to do. I'll just do this till the end. I think you're supposed to face forward at the very end or something like that, so you can do your ta-da. And there we go. I'm gonna do my ta-da. Yeah, I got low twos. And Stu says it's really stupid that the ice rink goes to the right for eternity. Yes, I suck indeed. All right, I think we're just doing bobsled, and then we're done with winter games. I can try world games. Again, I just don't have any like muscle memory. I know I'm not gonna know what the hell I'm doing, but that's okay. I can suck in that game as well. If I'm sucking in the games that I do have some memory on, it should get really interesting in world games. Bum bum. Bum bum bum. It is 11:48 p.m. here in New York. How do you do this? I don't remember. Oh well, here we go. I'm going. I was expecting like a ready, set, go kind of a situation. I think you just kind of press up, and then when you're turning, you try to stay in the middle as best you can. Or you go flying if you don't. Oh, like that. I thought the turn was going the other direction, but the really limited 3D threw me off. I guess I should look at the map too. And now we got a lefty, and then a righty. Then we go straight till under the bridge and a lefty. Another lefty. Oh, righty. Sorry. Yeah, I misinterpreted that. Oh well. One more try. Let's not fail. Oh, I don't even know how I failed that one. I thought I was pushing left. Oh well. Well, I somehow got a gold even though I faulted every time. I guess it just kind of gives you the maximum time when you fall, 99 seconds or whatever. Most of these events would count it as a fault. That's generally how it works in these. All right, we don't need to see this. Well, did we see the closing ceremony? I guess we did. We can take a look at that. Hooray! Let's see the closing ceremony. Wait, is there no closing ceremonies? Yeah, it's only opening. Okay, guess not. Maybe Summer Games 2 came after Winter, come to think of it. It seems more advanced. All right, onward to World Games. This is going to be oh, that's right. If you type space in this dialogue, it screws up. Oh, Stu for sure came after Winter. Okay, cool. Before I was trying to list the order, and I thought it was Summer Games 2, Winter. But I guess it was Summer Games, Winter was the second one. All right, World Game. This was actually 86. Wow, I just got it very late in my household. Okay. Let's do it if it lets me. Yeah, only Summer Games 2 has the closing, or maybe World Games has it too. Here we go. Let's skip it. Come on, cracker idiots. Okay. It was just a transitioning. I lately decided to crack this very funny game. What? Funny game? Because the version I got was very bad cracked. I'm very sorry that you always gotta play the DJ of your disk drive. Does anybody understand what this guy's talking about? Anyway, this seems to be a nice playable version, so take it or shut the F up. Expect more to come, for example, alternative world games. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Make the logo huge. How about that? This is where you can tell it's my bedtime. I'm being just really stupid. Here we go, World Games. right, let's jump into it. Excuse me. Warp speed time. All right. This does not have opening ceremonies. Include travelogue. Interesting. Andrew says maybe he reordered or compressed the files loading, less disk drive access. Maybe the copy protection had the drive head seeking all over, making that classic disk drive noise. Okay, maybe. That'll be Japan. This is my sumo wrestling theme. All right. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Shoot, what should I try? You guys choose for me. Let's do sumo wrestling and caber toss because those are fun. Barrel jumping maybe. Log rolling just because that's silly. Cliff dive says Andrew. All right, I'll leave it at that. That's more than enough. Barrel jumping. Shoot, how do you do this? I might actually have to look up the manual. Why don't I do that while it's loading? That's too fast to load. Damn it. Do 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 do. All right. So we're doing barrel jumping. Choose the number of barrels to jump. Move and hold the joystick left or right. That's two. Choose a number of barrels to jump. Okay, that should be obvious. Your skater appears on the ice, ready to start. Press fire to begin. Move the joystick left and right, alternating in rhythm with the movement of the guy's legs, the skater's legs. To skate faster, maintain your joystick movements in rhythm. Okay, so I imagine kind of like the speed skating, sort of. To jump, press fire. To prepare for the landing, pull the joystick back, which I guess means down. Okay, that's not too difficult control-wise. And Stu says, I want to see Mark wrestle a sumo. Barrel jumping takes place in Germany, where skaters compete to jump over the most barrels. The sport started about 300 years ago in Europe, where ice skating was a common form of transportation. In their dash before takeoff, jumpers hit speeds of above 40 miles per hour, risking painful bruises if they fail to clear the last barrel. These daring athletes keep protective gear to a minimum for lighter weight. Ooh, all right. Brought to you by Continental, apparently. All right. Yeah, so we move our legs in rhythm and we press the button to jump and then down. Oh, it's Duke is telling me, turn the disc over. No, Duke is not here anymore. But yeah, down is to land, which seems like a key point to it, probably. Yeah, it's too many things with world in the name. And if I type a space, all of a sudden the dialogue will close. I love how crappy emulators are in a way. I mean, this is kind of awesome technology in a sense, but usually they're not well polished, like, user experience wise and stuff like that. All right, so one of two. I guess I'm looking for. I'm confused by. Okay, is there two discs and we use each side? So essentially four sides. Stop popping shit up. Anyway, I guess I want this one. This. No, I probably want disc one of two side B. That's what I want. Okay. All right. This should be fun. Random garbage on the screen. Always a A hallmark of Commodore game loading. Makes me wonder, are they like doing something like somehow in the loading process they're using video memory to store stuff for a moment or temporarily, and therefore you see garbage on the screen? It's very weird. Hail to the bus driver man. I think of the Simpsons song. He dresses the clutch and the toilet goes flush. Hail to the bus driver man. All right, let's do this. I will start with the easy 3 barrels. Hello. Let's go. Oh, messed up. Oh. Okay, I guess I had to jump earlier. There was like a little green flag. I wonder if like in the foreground, I wonder if that was like the line before which I need to jump. Just kind of a warning, maybe. Ah, still too late. Damn. Okay. Third attempt. All right. Oh, that was a lot easier with a lot of leeway, but I'm surprised how far he jumped. Okay. Oh, wait. Can I try again with 4 or something? Oh, man. I was hoping it would be like kind of like in the pole vault in Summer Games, where it's like if you succeed, you can keep going and add more difficulty. But I guess not. That's pretty disappointing, actually. That's all right though. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Andrew came. Oh, look at this. He came down with the facts. Summer Games 2, June 85. Winter Games 2? Or did you mean Winter Games? Winter Games, October 85. Old record asphalt. Get it? Asphalt. Anyway, I got the world record of jumping 3 barrels. So there is a Winter Games too. All right, cliff diving. How do we do this one? The manual says select the height of your dive, push the joystick forward or pull back. Your diver will appear on the ledge you selected. Press fire to start. To arch your back during the dive, press the joystick forward. Before you enter the water, pull the joystick back to straighten out. Just to be different from like the regular diving in Summer Games where you press up to straighten out. You gotta press down to straighten out to complete the swan dive. To avoid hitting the bottom surface under the water, move the joystick left immediately after entering the water. Okay, that's interesting. You can kill yourself if you don't, swim laterally. All right. So there's wind and scoring stuff and scoring criteria it mentions here. Okay. To arch your back, you press forward. The cliffs of sunny Acapulco, Mexico provide the setting for this dangerous sport. High on a cliff named La Quebrada, the break in the rocks, courageous divers launch themselves from a craggy ledge toward the crashing surf far below. To avoid the rocks at the cliff base, divers have to jump outward 27 feet during their 118-foot descent. Diver Raul Garcia has taken the leap over 35,000 times. Wow. Do. Turn the disc over. All right, Duke. Andrew said they only learned about the game's summer and winter edition in the emulation era. They look pretty cool. Fun as the original. What was the game by Accolade? I thought it was called that. I played something by Accolade that was on Genesis, and I didn't like that one. I wanted to love it. It was called the Games Winter Challenge. That was something else. Okay. I mean, it was all right, but it didn't compare to these. And I remember the Genesis one I had. It tried to do a lot of 3D. I think all the events were like 3D, like from behind your guy's point of view. And you know, Genesis can only do that so much with that. And it had like a pretty poor frame rate and everything. All right. So I'm supposed to review very briefly again. Button to go. Well, first I select the height. I guess I'll just go with the default. Button to go. I press forward to arch my back. I press down to straighten out at the end, and left as I go into the water. Right, here we go. Okay, can I go left? I'm gonna hit this freaking cliff. I'm scared. And left. Okay, I survived. I hit the bottom a little bit. I guess that's not great. I don't know if it's a fault though. It is a fault if you hit the bottom. Okay. The bird is shaking its head at me. The wind is blowing to the right. That doesn't help me, does it? It's probably always blowing to the right, but maybe it's just how hard. Select level. Can I? Oh, look at that. Oh, it's at the top, is it? I guess it's harder to go down, probably. Down to straight. Yeah. Here we go. Whee! And to the left. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So you press down to straighten, which I did, and then you're supposed to press left when you're in the water, which I did. So what did I do wrong? Immediately after hitting the water, you press left. Maybe I was too late. I have to straighten more? Do I have to like hold it down for a few seconds or something? Alright, I'll try that. I'll do it earlier. What does arching my back accomplish? Did I go farther? Hey, I did it! Yay! Oh, if you go straight too early, you hit the rocks. Cool. Alright, at least I completed it without a fault. I'm looking at my game list. What else do I want to try after this? I do have to wrap it up soon, but I could play with another game or two. Turn the disc over. Did I hit the wrong one? Let's just turn the disc over again. Which one am I on? I'm on side B. So it should be A. So next up should be log rolling. How do you do this? Fire button to start. To move the lumberjack's legs, move the joystick continuously left and right. Stay in rhythm with the log, or you may lose your balance. To slow the rolling of the log from forward or backward and change its direction, press the fire button while running. Okay. So you can reverse the direction you're running by pressing the fire button. And left and right is to balance left and right rhythmically. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, what did you say in the Discord here, Andrew? Another game set ID, MECC games. What is MECC? Should I look that one up? Oh, like okay, Oregon Trail and stuff like that. Okay. Wow. That could be fun. Log rolling brings a visit to Canada, where two lumberjacks try to dislodge each other from a large floating log, spinning it back and forth until one contestant plunges into the icy river. Log rolling began in Canadian lumber camps around 1840 among very crazy people and requires great balance and agility. The novice lumberjack always gets one piece of advice: never take your eyes off your opponent's feet. I'm probably going to go right into the water. I guess you got to keep your eye on their feet so you can prepare yourself if they like change speed or direction very quickly. Boop, boop. How do I reverse direction again? It was a fire button. Okay, so basically I'm just trying to keep balance with rhythmic left and right. I can change direction with fire. Ba, ba, ba. Oh man, I'm tired. This the Meow Mix song? I want tuna. No. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Lumberjack. I go to the lavatory. On Wednesdays I go shopping and have buttered scones for tea. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. Okay, whatever. Alright, which one am I? I guess on the left? It'd be good to know which one I am, though. I think I'm on the left. Just because it says my name over here. Alright, let's try this. Oh, I'm falling. Look, I recovered somehow. Oh, I fell. I'm not sure what the meter means. Does that mean I'm going too far to the right? And I should be pressing more left, or... A shark came. Very small shark. Is that it, or do I get another attempt? Okay, at least I get another attempt. Yeah. Not sure I understand. I was looking at the feet, but that didn't seem to work for me. Oh well. That's that. Soon we will play the second event to involve doing silly things with a large log. And that would be the caber toss. I cut down trees, I sing and jump. I like to press wildflowers. I don't know all the lyrics, but it's a blast. That song. Go fast. Warp speed. Warp speed through the Japanese anthem. All right, now it's time to do the second silly thing with a large log that nobody should attempt in real life. Move your feet left and right in rhythm with the athlete's feet. They like that kind of thing. To gain speed, increase the tempo of the rhythm smoothly. To plant your feet and throw the caber, press and hold the fire button. As the caber pivots in your hands, release the fire button to complete the throw. If you release too soon or too late, the caber may not flip correctly. The caber must flip over completely for a legal toss. The toss that travels the farthest distance wins the event. It's interesting. I've been glossing over the strategy parts of the manual, but what happens is they mention things in the strategy section that they didn't actually say in the main rules. They talk about conserving your energy. It's like, wait a minute, you didn't even mention energy above here. And also with the cliff diving, I'm just complaining, don't mind me. They talk about, you could remember holding the joystick left, right, forward, or back at the time of your leap adds extra velocity in that direction, which they didn't say at all up here. So anyway, that's interesting. I'm complaining about a nearly 40-year-old rule book, but that's all right. Anyway, the heather splashed hills of Scotland are the birthplace of the ancient caber toss. In this famous event from Scottish Highland Games, athletes lift and throw a tree trunk the size of a small telephone pole. Cabers can vary in size, but once tossed successfully, they can never be cut. That's not what I expected it to talk about. Like, once it's tossed, it can't be cut. Okay. The Braemar caber, one of Scotland's greatest challenges, is 19 feet long and weighs more than 120 pounds. Turn the disc over. Killing me. Killing me, Smalls. All right, rhythmic left and right as usual. Press and hold fire, and it has to be at the right time somehow. As the caber pivots in your hand. I guess it should be a... Yeah, I guess I'd have to see the animation, but I'm assuming it should be apparent by the movement of the hands that it's a moment where I want to let go of the log, and that's when I would let go of the button. Here we go. I got my kilt on. Okay, let's get Scottish. Let's get bagpipey. Button is not doing anything. Okay. Button doesn't work. Left or right? Yeah, I guess. Oh, I'm already in it. Okay. Oh. Oh, I fell. When do I throw it? I guess there should be an obvious line or something. I'm not sure about that. Let me check the manual again. It doesn't actually talk about getting to a certain point. I think you just get some momentum and then you throw it. Yeah. All right, let's try that. Okay, that sucked, but I think I think it was a valid toss still. It flipped over. Hooray. Okay. Interesting. Well, he's happy, so I'm happy. It's interesting that it has to flip over. All right. I believe we have one more World Game event, which is sumo wrestling, and it has a pretty complicated instruction section here. Like, here's how you move with no fire button, or not. It's different moves, slapping and pushing. And if you hold the fire button, you do these other moves like an uchari, which whatever that means. Backward pull, forward grab, trip left, trip right, snatch. Alright, it's gonna be a kind of just move random directions and wing it kind of a thing. Plop. Sumo wrestling. I should do an all Jumpman stream sometime. I could give that game the attention it deserves. Just try to beat Jumpman, maybe. I don't think it's gonna happen, but maybe. Let's see. Is it worth trying anything else after this? Maybe I should call it a night. I can always do EPYX Part 2 tomorrow, not tomorrow, next week. Although really I've covered a lot of ground here. There's still enough left though. Enough EPYX material. Sumo is an ancient Japanese sport with many traditions. Two huge wrestlers who eat a lot of special rice grapple in a clay surfaced ring, each trying to topple his opponent or push him out of the ring. In the elaborate pre-match ceremonies, the contestants throw salt to purify the ring. Boys must weigh 160 pounds at age 13 to enter sumo apprenticeship. And today's professional sumo wrestlers often weigh 400 pounds. Whew. All right, I don't know. I'm going to hit random directions with and without the fire button, essentially. Every freaking thing is the opposite of where I am. Anything I do, you gotta turn the disc over. I haven't needed disc 2 yet, though. Just flipping the two sides of disc 1. It could be that these files are just labeled wrong, and there's really only just one disc with two sides. Yeah, so basically without the fire button, you're essentially slapping and pushing. With the fire button, you're tripping and grabbing and pulling. I don't know what uchari means. It doesn't explain uchari. I don't think. Oh. Well, it mentions uchari is a good strategic move. It doesn't say what it is still, though. Alright, here we are. This time it's actually appropriate by nationality, Japan. And this here, where it says sumo, looks like a heavy metal band's logo. Okay, I'm crouching. He's crouching, I think. Are we doing the salt ritual? No, we're not. We're going. Wait, hold on. Oh, you're not letting me learn my moves, man. Is that the end of it? You kidding me? Well, I guess normally you're supposed to last longer than that, so they don't give you multiple attempts. Okay, that was sumo wrestling, apparently. I moved my joystick randomly and pressed the button randomly, and I lost in about 3 seconds. And once again, flip the disc over. Boom, 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 boom. I'm a little surprised this is from 86. Wow. If you asked me to guess blindly, I would have guessed 89 or 90. Just again, kind of just based on when I got the game. But yeah, apparently this was out for years before I ever acquired it. Well, I got a score of 18. I'm assuming that's abysmal. Alright. That's all for World Games. The question is, do we want to squeeze in one more something or other tonight? I like how this is consistent. this screen here is the same throughout all the games. And also the national anthems. I'm going to do one more game that I'm not really going to play. I'm just going to kind of go through the intro. And that is The Legend of Black Silver, which I thought was a really cool RPG. Pretty deep and challenging. It was worth playing through back in the day. It was fun to beat, I recall. And it wasn't like so crazy challenging like some of the Ultimate games that you needed like special tips from magazines or whatnot. But yeah, just going to take a look at it, not really play it. It's way too late to actually get involved in it. RPG. Laser Squad 2. The Legend of Black Silver. This was very similar to another game called Legacy of the Ancients, which I'm wondering if that was by EPYX too, or how did that go down? That was by Quest Software Inc. And does that mean, oh, that was by Quest Software and published by Electronic Arts. So I wonder if it's the same developer, but EPYX published Legend of Black Silver, whereas EA got to publish Legacy of the Ancients, essentially. I'm not really sure. But the two were very similar. Like very similar engine. It wasn't like, they're not the same game by any means. I guess compared to like Pool of Radiance and Curse of the Azure Bonds, something like that. Yeah, I'll do that, Andrew. That'll be fun. We could do the Summer Games 2 closing ceremony to close out the stream. Yeah, let's do that after a little bit of Black Silver. Da dun dum bum bum bum. Oh, it's a proper sequel even. Okay, cool. Stu says you were correct. Black Silver is the sequel to Legacy of the Ancients. I did not know that. Boom, boom, boom. I got them in the opposite order. I got Black Silver, and I played through that, and then I think my brother bought Legacy of the Ancients, and I don't know, that didn't capture my interest quite as much. It was pretty good though. I guess probably Black Silver seemed it seemed at the time like a little more advanced, so maybe I was a little bit let down by Legacy of the Ancients. I don't really remember specifics. Anyway, here's the intro. Here's this dude with the sword, and there's some guy with a big nose in the sky. His face is in the sky glaring at you. Alright, Stu says trivia, canceled PC version. Quest Software was working on an IBM PC version when they went bankrupt. Ooh, bankruptcy will hurt you. But yeah, that's, I'm just gonna poke around the introductory town or something like that. I don't know. Maybe read the story. Engage in a little nostalgia. I would like to get into like maybe a regular role-playing game that I do in bits and pieces. I was doing Chrono Trigger at one point until my save got destroyed somehow. And then, my buddy Janice, who loves that game, and he was kind of guiding me while I played it. He would love it if I played that again. That's like his favorite game of all time. In fact, he loves it so much, he named himself Janice off of a character in that game because he's from China. So you know how a lot of Chinese people, they come to America and they like kind of take an American name. So he chose Janice when he came to America because he loves Chrono Trigger that much. It's quite a fashion. Anyway, Andy's here. He can probably correct me if I got that story wrong, if he knows it. Demonstrate game, brief instructions. Hit key for a demo. Yeah, let's hit the demo. I hit a key. It didn't start a demo. Apparently I had to press the button. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking maybe I'd like to play the Ultima 4 port for Sega Master System because they changed it in ways that seemed pretty good. I never played that one. I played the Commodore one. It was like my favorite game for years. Like, if you asked me any time between like 1985 and I don't know, 1990, let's say, what's your favorite game of all time? I would have said like Ultima 4 without missing a beat. All right, here we are. Price's archives are buried far below the ground. Yeah, so this game is in some in some areas you're in a first person mode like this. Sometimes you're in kind of an Ultima like overworld kind of a thing. Let's turn left. That's exciting. Stu says today I was like, I'll join Mark's stream first and I'll stream later. Little did I know I was gonna stream for 4 hours. It's really 4 hours. Shoot. Yeah, like I said, my wife is out, so I don't have my looming threat of my wife being mad at me stumbling into bed super late. But I should go to bed anyway. I need to go to work and all that stuff. All right. Yeah, so there's the area called the archives where there's different locations in these panels you can open up. I don't quite remember how that works. Do you teleport to these locations? Ba, ba, boom. Here we go. Here's kind of the overhead view sort of a thing. I always thought it was cool that I mean, this isn't really that impressive, but it's a neat little effect. The buildings have the roof on them until you step in them, and then you see what's inside. Win money at various gambling games. Kind of missed it. I think it's a blackjack high lie or something like that, and something else. Lots of load time. Dragon wheel hot. Come on, haggle with merchants. Haggling is fun. You can even make armor, bake bread, or counterfeit coins for extra cash. Technically, it hasn't been 4 hours because I started late. I started at like 8:47, I think. Yeah, this is longer than I want to go usually. I let it get out of hand sometimes. Infiltrate castles and citadels. There are scores of rooms. Yeah, this is a pretty neat game. I'm not sure even watching this now, I'm not sure I feel like, oh boy, I really want to play through this whole thing sometime. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind playing again. It wouldn't. I'm thinking more about playing Ultima 4 again sometime, that Sega Master version, or maybe starting again with Chrono Trigger. What I might do with Chrono Trigger is play it offline for a while to get to around where I was when I stopped playing like 2 years ago. Oh, this guy's getting mobbed by guards. Did he commit a crime? That's kind of like an Ultima. The guards stand around, you do something naughty, and if they catch you, the guards just swarm you, and you're probably dead. A lot of Ultima games had that kind of a mechanic. What are you streaming tonight, Stu? Are you playing with your Wang again? It's unfortunate about the load times, even in the demo. Like, oof. I'm trying to watch a demo here. The Bantros Catacombs. Is that a monster? Oh, it's a monster, yeah. Oh, a beholder looking thing. Oh, you're going to play the Soul 20. Neat. Find mystical elixirs, but be wary the owners. Hello, skeleton. Hello, snaky thing with a really big mouth. Wow. That thing could swallow you whole in one bite. What is the Soul 20 like? It's like an early 70s computer? I should check that out in my book. I got this book. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but it's just like a catalog of old computers. And like it's like each computer is like a two page spread sort of. It just has various facts about it and pictures. And it's amazing how many I don't know. There's like, like I guess in like the 70s and 80s, there's like probably 100 different machines that, and you wouldn't have heard unless you're a hardcore old school computer geek. You wouldn't have heard of like at least 90% of them. And I wouldn't say I'm necessarily hardcore, but compared to your average Joe, I guess I'm a hardcore old school computer geek. But in other words, in the sense of knowing every obscure computer, there's so many. I'm like I haven't even heard of this name ever, or that one, or the next one. It's just so many of them didn't succeed commercially. Yeah, that is true. A lot of old school. Stu's saying it's too bad that most RPGs have so much grinding. A lot of times people play them today with some kind of cheats enabled. So it's like you play the bulk of the game, and anytime you're faced with a situation where it's like, well, I got to stand around here for hours fighting monsters to level up, you just kind of cheat and bump up your level or something. I think Andy, if he's still here, I think you said you did something like that, right? I don't know which game you were referring to. Here you can buy spells. It's pretty cool. You get trained at the magician. All kinds of people inhabit the temple vaults. And Stu also said if you made the average RPG into a movie, it would be like the most boring movie ever made. Here is the cleric. Hello, cleric. Oh, man. I forget if I read this message already, but Stu said if you made the average RPG into a movie, it would be like the most boring movie ever. You would have to cut out the grinding, I guess. Really, the concept of leveling up is kind of silly in a sense. Like, obviously, if you were, say you were in this fantasy setting and you're a warrior or a wizard, obviously, experience would help, but it's not like you would leave your house and fight some orcs and all of a sudden your muscles grow 10 times larger and you can wield 20 different weapons better. And it's like most RPGs let you scale to like in superhuman degrees. It doesn't really make sense. Honestly, this has probably been done, but someone should attempt to make a RPG, like a typical fantasy RPG setting where you don't really become this, powerhouse over time. Maybe even kind of, I don't know. I guess it's part of the motivation is getting more power, but maybe it could be done in a different way, like just being items and knowledge you gain or something like that, rather than just like my hit points double. So, okay, so yesterday I only had 10 hit points. So if someone stabbed me with a dagger, I would likely die. But I fought enough orcs, so now I can be stabbed by 30 daggers. That doesn't make sense. But there used to be discussions about this in like tabletop RPG magazines or trying to rationalize how things like this make sense. And I remember Dragon magazine would put out the concept of like, well, hit points in D&D don't necessarily mean just your physical, how physical injuries, like your physical resistance to injury. You could like consider like luck as part of that, or maybe how to, I don't know. They made up all this bull basically. Maybe it's like statistically you're able to dodge a little more, so the hit points kind of encapsulates, protection and letting blows glance off your body a little bit better and things like that. Really, hit points doesn't make sense at all. Because a human being is not a giant wall of meat that gradually gets hacked into, and once you dig through, the person is dead. Right. I actually did play a tabletop RPG that was kind of trying to be realistic about that. It was called GURPS. It's a pretty well known RPG, actually. It did have something like hit points called your health, but it also had a lot of like locational damage and corresponding effects that are fairly realistic. Like if you get anytime you get attacked, you get hit in a location, and if you get hit in like an arm, you could break your arm or it could get severed or whatnot. And anytime you take X damage, the next turn you are at a disadvantage. Like you're less capable. Like if you got hurt for 3 damage, then like all your rolls the next turn are at -3 or something like that to indicate that you're not just this You're not just this inanimate object that's gradually getting hacked through. You actually weaken and you wince in pain and you get thrown off balance and things like that. Anyway, I haven't been paying attention to this demo. I don't know if it looped. Did it loop back? I think it did. I think it looped around. Okay. Well, maybe it's time I should end the stream. Let's do what Andrew suggested and load up the closing ceremonies of Summer Games 2 to wrap things up. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. And yeah, I do this a little bit too long sometimes. I actually, my kind of plan for my 2 streams was I stream for 2 hours on Thursdays and 3 hours on Saturdays. Like that Saturday was supposed to be getting a little crazy because it's Saturday, man. And I would keep it kind of, moderate on Thursdays, but I often just keep going. I'm having too much fun. Yeah, that's why you don't want to make my streams into a movie. No one wants to see a movie of somebody sitting at a computer playing games. Well, you guys are kind of doing that right now, watching me at a computer playing game. Bum 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 bum. And then another. How are the MLB playoffs doing? I know the Rays and the Blue Jays got eliminated already. Do 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 do. The Yankees didn't. Yankees and Red Sox are the AL East teams that didn't make it to the playoffs. That's kind of funny. And the Braves have the most wins of everybody. My wife's sister's husband is the organist for the Atlanta Braves, so he has a lot of fun insights. He does a thing where he makes fun of the opposing teams as their walk-up music. So he kind of solicits Twitter and other social media like to get ideas from the public about what songs he can play to make fun of people. Like usually the one that usually comes up an example for some reason is Lucas Duda. He'll play Duda Duda. Can't Town Ladies sing this song. Or the time he got really edgy was there was one player whose name I don't remember who got busted for like public masturbation. So when he came up to bat soon after, he played Beat It by Michael Jackson. And that caused controversy. Anyway, let's see the closing ceremony. I don't know how I get on these random topics. But yes, closing ceremonies. Good night to all, and to all a good night. Let's go into warp speed mode and view the closing ceremonies. All right, I'm gonna try to do a stream Saturday. I haven't done too many Saturday streams lately. I should have Mr. Rob Bob with me. Maybe we'll play a board game. We haven't done that in a while. We'll see though. I gotta find side B now. So confused. I'm too tired, I guess. Did it work? Countdown, they sing this song. Do da, do da. That makes me think of another song from my high school days. I was in a Catholic high school, and there was an all-boys high school in the area. There still is, called Chaminade. And I don't approve of this these days, but people would sometimes make homophobic cracks at them because it was an all-boys school. So one of the songs that people would sing at sporting events and stuff was kind of like the tune to Camptown Races. They would go, Chaminade boys take bubble baths together. And it's funny, but I know it's not right. So I don't even know why I'm saying that. Okay, I just had to fill dead air. Here we go. Here's the ending. And you can see the pole vaulting area. Let's do that report you for cancellation. Yeah, it's pretty epic. They make this epic here. The ending here. Get a little bit bigger. Got the Flight of the Valkyries. Epic blimp. The epic blimp. Yeah, this is a beautiful animation. At the time, this was just top notch. Okay, I think this will yeah, I think the music stops and the fireworks just keep going forever. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys did too. Thank you especially to the MVPs of the chat, Mr. Andrew and Stu and Eric. And I'll give you credit to Andy, although he only said a couple of messages. But thank you for watching, everyone. And yeah, so yeah, I'm going to try to do a stream Saturday. We'll see what I can do. And hopefully I have Mr. Rob Bob, who hasn't joined me in a stream for so long. I'm going to try to do my best to get him. But that's all for tonight. So yeah, see you next time, guys. Take care.